Hello, and how goes it? I'm Andrew, your DM for the day, along with this band of miscreants and murder hobos you see at the bottom of the screen. We're the Dirty Rollers. And this is our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign.
Hi!
And
Love you guys.
yeah, Mel is 100% interested in knowing which burner everyone uses. For some reason, I don't understand why, but
We must know
it
which
was
burner you
one of
use.
today's pre-stream conversations. Which
I
is
just wanted to know.
one of the better ones, I have to say. Better than what we talked about the last few weeks. Anyways, chat, how are you guys doing? Rev, thank you for the raid. I know you're not here. I think I saw that you went for the walk, but you will be back. But I appreciate you bringing everybody in. Verbal, how goes it? David, Nukester, gonna get it? Jay-Z. Anybody else that's lurking? Hey, thanks for going up, hanging out with us. I'm gonna introduce the players and then do a quick little recap, and we'll get into things. And of course, it's not me unless I forget something. Forgot the music. So let me pull up Syrinscape. There's that. I will load up Sirens. Actually, no, I have to be careful because it's probably going to be loud as shit.
When you were testing dice earlier, it scared the crap out of me.
There we go. All right. I think the music should be paused. Hopefully. But yeah, introducing players. First up, we've got James. Who are you playing?
Hello, I'm James, and I play Albie Godwin. I'm a little owl and rogue.
He sure is. You little stabby boy. Okay, it is
But
working.
the eye color be missing.
Yes.
Man, I would have thought about
After
it.
a
I
little-
would have fixed
After
that.
a little trade.
Yeah, he did a little
Yeah.
trade we'll get to next time. Or next time. We'll get to in just a little bit. We'll talk about what he traded. But yeah, Albie doesn't have his eye color anymore.
I gotta fix the reactive image and stuff.
Oh, I thought about doing that, and then I forgot. So I'll do that.
That's all right. Next up, we've got Lady Mostella. Who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Mozzarella, like the chi. He's a super cute ferret bard, and he's deaf. And cute.
What's his instrument of choice?
He plays a kalimba.
Mas.
I heard you playing with it, so I had to ask.
How'd you hear me?
I heard it too.
It's coming through your mic.
Yee.
Heard it.
How'd you hear me? I
It
thought
was
I was
relaxing.
I thought I was muted.
I thought I was in a spa.
I love any and all
Spa.
versions of Binks's brew.
the
Oh,
Kalimba
yes.
spa music. I love it.
You could hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't think
Here.
Yep.
Yeah, Nuxter
was
said
soothing.
she heard it too.
What the F?
Next up, Matthew. Who are you playing?
Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew, and today I'll be playing as Freddy Honeytree Godwin. I'm the little Owlin Warlock of the group, and I actually have my voice this time.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And then we've got Garen.
Hello, I play the third Owlin brother named Albert Godwin, and he's a draconic bloodline sorcerer.
Oh yeah. You traded something too. We'll get to that soon.
Oh, yes.
Then we've got Beanie.
Hello, I play Lavana or Lev, and she is a Kalashtar sorcerer.
And Beanie, where can we find you online?
You could find me streaming sometimes at twitch.tv/beaniecoffee.
And
If you want to read a webcomic, you can read it at entropycomic.com. It will start updating again next week.
Read it.
Hopefully.
Read it.
sorry for the crash. Something fell, and I have no idea what it was.
You have Nukester's seal of approval.
Aw.
Aw.
I'll have to figure out what fell. I have no idea what fell. That's worrisome. Yeah, but the comic is fantastic. You guys should go read it if you haven't already. Next up, as long as he's done eating, we've got Sir Lewis.
I'm playing Sarah, the F-Orc Barbarian, and yeah, I'm done eating. I'm full of tacos now.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's the best kind of full.
Tacos.
Tacos!
Yeah.
And this is champion Sarah here. Pulling on
Yeah.
champion shorts.
Champion!
Again, something else we'll cover in our a virtual. That's important to point out. He tried to play fetch in Baldur's Gate 3, and it didn't work out so great. It's in a clip on the channel somewhere.
He didn't mean to.
Fired an absolute asteroid at Scratch the dog in Baldur's Gate in the middle of a cutscene, and you can see it happen.
Yeah.
Payne and Lewis's voice afterwards gets me every time.
Poor Louis.
And last but not least, we've got the Lady of Moistness. General Tampon, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I play the Hexblood Paladin, Moist Milk.
Stuck with her.
Let me make you moist.
We're only on chapter 205.
Oh no.
Which I just realized today, my poor friends, players, DM, I have been tormenting them with Moist Milk for 2 years, wanting to play as her, and I feel like I'm giving y'all PTSD. I'm so sorry.
Well, yes, you have been tormenting us with her for 2 whole years, but we're getting like the PG-13 version of Moist Milk here.
That is true.
Yeah.
Where she was dialed
It
up
was-
to like an NC-17 before.
It was so much worse.
This is
And she actually has backstory.
she does. But yeah, this is the far tamer version of Moist. It was ridiculous before.
It's
You're
true.
welcome.
That was the evil twin. This is the good twin.
Pretty much. So that's all the players. That's the whole crew. A lot of you guys are repeat customers here. You know all of them, but for anybody that's new, for anybody that's checking out the VOD later, that's who they are. That's the whole group. That's the whole party. That's who will make me pull my hair out by the end of this. Trying to keep everything in order and in check, but it's fun. We will skip over to the map where we left off. Which would be
Map music.
I've been slowly working on it in the background.
M to the A to the P, P, P.
That map had 3 P's in it.
Map.
You guys were at Trinkle Bobbit.
What?
Trinkle. Jesus, I can't speak.
What? What? now?
Trinket, Bauble, and Charms. That's what I was trying to say. Bobbit and Trinkle were not on the list of things to say there.
Tinkle Bobbit.
All right.
Pinkles
there
and
you go.
bobbits.
Trinket, Bauble, and Charm. That's where you guys are at. So that's the music that I'm pumping into your ear holes. There we go. There we go. All right, I swear, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Bop it, twist it, flick it, poke it. Yep.
Punch it, kick it.
Yeah. We ended here. This is a little shop above, or underneath, rather, a giant storm cloud balloon, which I believe I can show you really quick. It's easier to find it this way than it is to go through all the other menus. So, bloop, bloop. This is where they were shopping at. This little shop down here underneath this big giant rain cloud balloon. It's moored to the dock, and there were a pair of darklings in there, Trinket and Bauble by name. Who made a couple deals with them. As you guys heard earlier, a couple of the players made bargains, made deals. Albie being one of them. Albie traded the color of his eyes for what exactly, Albie?
A super dry bundle of wood.
Seems fair.
So worth it.
Now we'll find out.
Another one traded a really sweet pair of sunglasses, right, Lev?
Oh, the best pair of sunglasses.
And what did you trade that for?
Portrait for Maz.
Aww.
That hopefully won't steal his soul later or something.
Yeah, hope not. But it's probably super cute.
Check back for our spin-off series, The Portrait of Mozzarella Gray. And
Wow.
that
Did
was
you get inspiration for that reference?
what's random is
That one I had to think about that one.
that's actually come up. That story has actually come up a few times in the last couple of weeks for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But yeah, the portrait was done by Trinket. Trinket? Yeah. Trinket himself. He made the portrait, an ink portrait, and it was a stunning likeness of Maz. And Maz is slowly accruing a collection of art pieces from the Witchlight Carnival and the Fae. Now, this is what, your third piece?
Yeah. I don't know why that started happening, but it did, so I'm just
like
going
it.
with it.
Art pieces. Yeah. One is like a crayon drawing of a demon, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Like a kid's drawing of a demon.
what's your third piece?
The frog lady. The frog pinup.
The pinup frog lady. Yep.
John's drew it.
Did you?
Did he?
I'm working on it still.
Oh, okay. You got me all excited. I was going to show it.
I got it started, but I'll be sure to get it finished before the next episode.
Yes, that means.
Did you hear
And
the
I'll send it to you.
excitement in all of our voices on that?
Oh God! I thought you shared that with everyone. Did you
David.
send that to me? And I'm dumb.
No,
I'm sorry,
I just sent it to you the other time. It's all right. It's all right.
David, that means you don't have to draw it and show your wife, or explain it to your wife, rather. It's James is on it.
Yeah.
I like frogs, damn it.
Honey, why are you drawing a pinup of a frog?
It's for work. It's for work.
It's for these idiots that I watch stream on Twitch on Wednesday nights. I swear. But no, there was something else you guys traded. Sunglasses, eye
A
color.
button.
A
I
button
traded
for
a
a
button
thimble?
for a thimble.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
button.
The hell button.
Albert traded a button for a thimble. But before all that happened, you see down here where Freddy's at, there was a trial by combat where Sir Illig, who tried to start a revolution against King Gullop the 19th, failed miserably and was tossed in prison. The party found him in prison with a co-conspirator of I just forgot his name. Sir Talavar and the other frog person. Melissa, what was his name?
Sorry, what?
The frog person that was captured. I forgot his name.
Oh,
The knight?
Yeah,
The lady.
Morgort.
Wigglewog. That was it.
Oh.
Oh, the one that went with Morgort.
Yeah. Wigglewog had escaped with Sir Talavar from Downfall. And Morgort was originally with them, but she was captured and stuck in the holding cells over here. And that's who else they found in the holding cells. When she had a suitable person to fight against, they instituted the Downfall trial by combat. And it just so happened to be against Illig. Now, they were allowed to choose a champion. Most of Illig's friends bailed on him. Or, well, not even most, all. As soon as the revolution started and things went south, they all took off and dove into the water, never to be seen from again. So Illig finds himself grievously wounded, stuck in a jail cell, and forced into trial by combat. Morgort chose Sarah as her champion, and that went pretty much about as well as everybody thought, in which Sarah ended this frog's life by cracking him in the back of the head and stomping on him, thereby winning Morgort's freedom, although she has a bit of a black mark on her social record. I think that was... Am I forgetting anything? I think that was everything that happened last time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. David says, it means nothing, sweetheart. It has nothing to do with this frog costume I'm about you to wear for... how long? Perfect. All right. So, guys, you just got done making deals at Trinket, Bauble, and Charms. Freddy just got done burying Sir Illig. One of the guards had come back and was going to dispose of the body and informed Freddy that it's kind of a good idea that Freddy buried him because he was just going to pick up the body and toss it in the water, and whatever happens to it happens to it. And Freddy felt the need to do what he thought was the right thing and bury Sir Illig. The party, complete with Snoodle. Fantastic Snoodle token drawn by David.
Yes! Sir North.
Snoodle, where did you go? I lost
I
you.
want to do the shout out for him, but I'm old. Hold on.
Guys, can she get it? Can she do it?
Do you know how to do it, Caesar?
Does she have
I
it?
don't. Let me try.
Let's do it.
Type exclamation.
Yeah, I got that.
Then
Make sure-
She made it that far.
I accidentally put David Nort art, so I had to fix it.
There's Snoodle.
You can just do exclamation point David. Type it and see if it works.
Really?
Yeah, see if it works.
Wow.
If it works for her. Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's Sir
I
North.
just spit out a cashew. Gosh darn it.
Spit out a
Jesus.
cashew.
We are all adults here. I promise.
Oh, nuts.
But yeah, Snoodle is done, as are a bunch of the tokens on here by David North. There he is. He's chilling in here in chat. So be sure to check his stuff out. Just released a token pack for the Giant book, Big B's something of Giants. Can't remember the exact name of it. But just released a bunch of Giant tokens, so go check them out, especially if you're running Giants. All right, guys.
Big B's Big Ass Giants.
Big B's Big Ass Giants. That is the exact official name of that book.
It should be.
Big B's Big Ass Book of Badass Giants.
There you go.
All right. So you guys, having just made your deals at Trinket Bobbit, Jesus, I'm just going to stop saying that name. After making your deals at the balloon shop, where would you like to go?
Yeah, the cauldron.
Yeah.
The cauldron, I think, is where everybody wants to go.
So we're going to the cauldron from Twinkie Boober Emporium.
Yep. The Twinkie Boober Emporium. Okay.
Sorry.
Twinkie Boober Emporium. I wish it was called that.
I gotta get all your tokens.
So I guess we're going back to the soup pot.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys get to go on a trip across the map again.
Uh-oh. Hold on to Freddy's hand so he doesn't shoot off. Last time.
That only happened the one time.
Don't forget Snoodle. Oh, I see you got Snoodle.
I grabbed him. Look at him go.
And Clapper Claw.
Clapper Claw's there as well.
Yay. Oh god, where the hell? Oh.
We're doing a bit of fast travel to speed things along because I'm excited for where you guys are going and what you could be getting to. I put you in the wrong spot. God. Hang on, I got this.
I believe in you, Anda.
There we go.
I believe in you.
I got this. All right.
Eee.
You guys are back at the cauldron after taking the ferry back over again. The guards are getting real curious about why the hell you guys keep going back and forth in here. But have at it.
I only have the one spell slot left for comprehend languages. Unless we get a short rest in before we see Bavlorna, I'll be out of spell slots for the day. Unless we just do the whole, like, here, it's wood.
We can nap on the grass. Take a swamp nap.
Yeah, we can take a short rest.
I mean, I
I've
can
been
do it right
saying-
now and we can rest afterwards. I get both of them back.
Been saying what?
I think
What?
I've been saying Bavlorna instead of Bavlorna this whole time.
B-A-V. Bavlorna.
So I'm just like blah 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 blah.
Bavlorna?
Okay, Bavlorna.
Bavlorna.
You've been calling her Double B. What the hell?
Double B is what I think she usually calls her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually call her Double B.
Are you
um,
To
okay?
Blave.
No, Lornling. I just now got it.
Sweet
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
What? What's happening right now?
Remember, there's the creatures called Lornlings,
Chad,
I-
that was the
and then there's Bavlorna.
that was the sound of realization and light bulb.
I'm sorry.
I see.
So Bavlorna has her Lornlings.
Like underlings, but they're from her, so they're
And-
Lornlings.
And they were at the carnival.
Yep.
Yes.
Those little turds. I'm sorry, I just now got it.
Which one? As we're on the subject, which ones were the Lornlings? Were they the frog people?
Yeah.
But different than these frog people.
They were like
I think,
derp
right?
frogs, like if a child drew it.
They were
Yes.
they were small though. They were small, little like froggish looking people. Where these
Doofy.
are bullywugs. Like we've been calling them frog people, but I mean they look like biped frogs. These things have like froggish features, but tiny, real small.
Like frogs over Innsmouth.
Maybe that keeps coming up too. By the way, you guys have been on that one pretty good lately.
It's
I
a lovely
keep
story.
thinking about it.
Did everyone know the Lornling except me?
No,
No, I didn't
No.
put that together at all.
it wasn't until you said it.
Okay.
So is she like a frog person then?
Or she makes the frog people.
oh my god.
steals children
and turns them into frog
people?
I think.
Maybe.
Or no,
Or
no,
it could have just been in my head.
no. I showed you the
Yeah, the Lornling, but does she? I wonder if she looks like one of those.
Ooh,
You know, it's been a little bit.
Ooh.
I'll pull up the picture in just a second here and give you guys a reminder of what they look like and what the other things look like that were
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
hanging out around the circus.
Yes.
You showed us a picture of the
'cause
three.
Yep.
Sow
there's
pig,
the little pig girl
moon.
and
Sow pig, moon, and Lornling.
and the woman with a what was the thing? A moon around her
Moon
face.
mask.
Moon mask.
Here you guys go.
That's the one.
Ah,
The Lornling's up on the top left there.
Ugh.
Yes.
It's like a Schmeagle.
You guys saw each of them at various points throughout the carnival, and some of them, like the Lornlings, I think you guys saw just like got little glimpses of, like they were kind of looking
Yeah.
and watching. You guys saw the shadow messing with the carousel, and
yes.
if I remember right, you saw the pig-faced girl just kind of wandering around in the crowds.
And in the Hall of Illusions.
Yeah, she was trying to
Yeah.
get that one guy to go with her because she asked him if he had regrets.
Yeah. All right.
Weenie. Sorry.
Rev is back. Rev's back and has gifted Sarah inspiration.
Rev!
Space
Daddy!
Thanks.
Let me get this spell to go off so we can get this started.
casting.
Comprehend the languages. So a little pinch of salt right on my tongue.
And okay, we're good to go.
Who's got the
Fly
wood?
makes its entry.
I awkwardly waddle with the wooden hand.
Phrasing.
I awkwardly waddle with the bundle of dry sticks in hand.
That's better.
Oh.
Yeah, that's better.
I hate it when your stick's dry.
Dalo, first, welcome in. Second, don't apologize. I want to know these things. And three, absolutely. Do-do-do. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Maybe not, though.
Wood waddle.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and tell me what you are doing while I fix my crap.
I will do what Beanie did. I don't know why I was singing that. I will grab the pot lid to make the thing move.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have. But I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Sweet. You guys have learned that trying to pull the lid off makes the thing take off. So its legs pop out of the cauldron, and it goes, yep, I'm on it again. I keep clicking on the wrong screen. It takes off and disappears off. The little magman guy pops up, little fire elemental guy, and he turns towards you, Freddy. Now he's pretty used to talking to you. This time you have your spell ready to go. Pops up and says, "What? Why keep interrupting?"
Guess what we got?
You got wood?
I point over to Albie.
Oh, he's got wood. Give.
Yeah, I got wood. Is it just going to be a surprise what happens next, or
You give him the wood.
Are you giving him the wood?
you know what? Yeah, I will give this coal tender the wood.
He takes it. He takes all your wood. He looks it over.
I love how I was told phrasing.
Got to keep it up, right? He looks it over. He seems quite enamored with it. Is very happy with it. He tosses it in the fire. Begins jumping around on it. You can see little flames and sparks ignite around the wood. God damn it. I'm not going to be able to say wood anymore. He looks back at you after he dances around for a minute. And he says something that you don't understand. When he realizes that you're not getting it, he bounces back over to Freddy and turns around. Looks you dead in the face and says, "Spittle spew," and disappears in the water. Or in the fire.
Spittle spew?
Spittle spew.
And disappears in fire.
In the fire.
I'm guessing that's like the magic phrase to open the pot. Or we just get moist milk to talk.
Spittle spew.
Okay. I say that to everybody.
Tap dancing on the wood.
I'm sorry for laughing so much.
No, you're good, man. It means you're having a good time.
Oh, I'm a giggly little bitch today.
All right. So you guys know the routine here. After a little while, the cauldron comes marching back. Your magman friend has disappeared down into the coals. And it comes back, steps right on Snoodle. Not really. Not really. It's because I
We're going to sacrifice.
Moz goes into rage mode.
Oh shit!
Kill Bill sounds, Siren.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No.
Death music.
Yeah, I only said that because the token kind of ran over Snoodle there, but he doesn't actually run him over. The cauldron goes back, nestles on top of the coals, and settles down. It looks like a dog getting comfortable on a bed. It tucks the weird little legs back in, folds itself up, and begins bubbling. What do you guys do?
Miss Lev, I think you should do the honors. The secret code phrase, I think, is spittle spew.
All right. We'll see what this is all about. Hopefully not disappointed at all. She just kind of gets close to it and says, "Spittle spew," with not really knowing what else she's supposed to do to it.
All right. Get up and oops. Sorry, guys. Something there. You get up and say the password. You hear a whistling sound coming from the top of the cauldron. As it kind of increases in pitch, the top just slides off.
It slides off.
It worked.
Yep.
Soup.
Is it soup?
You see a bubbling, frothy, gray-black liquid.
Oh, it's not soup.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Well, this could be black bean soup. I don't know.
I don't know. I've had black bean soup. That doesn't sound like black bean soup.
What
It could have
does
just
it
been
smell
boiling for
like?
2 extra.
Oh, what does it smell like? There's a definite funk to it, but there's a hint of you know what? There's a hint of like tasty soup in a bread bowl behind it.
Oh, James is like, yes.
Oh,
I'm
try it.
grabbing
James
the,
has
I'm
entered the
grabbing the
chat.
spoon. I'm grabbing the spoon from my rations kit.
And then
Scoop. I scoop some up and I take a nice little whiff. Then I do like a quick little, and then I take a bite.
Oh no!
Oh
And
yeah,
then he dies.
it's
and I explode.
surprisingly okay. It's not bad at all. It tastes far better than it looks.
The forbidden soup.
You feel a little tingle go through you. That's it.
Oh,
Oh, I want some.
I scoop another in my mouth, and then I pass the spoon over to Albert.
Okay.
I'll scoop some up too.
This is a pretty big, like I said, the cauldron is 4 feet in diameter and 3 feet tall. There's a lot of soup in this. So you guys could probably take a fair amount of it if you want. Or is everybody just taking spoonfuls?
If we have rations, I think there's like a
any
little mini
carrying
bowl.
container.
So do we have Tupperware?
Do we have Tupperware?
Somebody has a bottle that never breaks, like, doesn't stay permanently broken.
Oh yeah.
I think a few of you have, well, Freddie has pots and pans.
I think I do. Might have something.
Did someone say
Inventory.
soup? Yeah. They've uncovered a magical cauldron with some gray black liquid in it that smells like soup. Like smells like soup in a bread bowl.
I'll scoop
Eating
some up with my.
Bavlorna soup.
I'll scoop some up with my blue bottle, but I'll empty out the fireflies that were in there,
Okay.
and I'll
I
fill
probably
it.
have a small cooking pot. I just have cooking supplies, so I guess there would be a cooking pot in there.
Yeah, I would say that like your background and everything, you would have a collection of pots and pans that you carry around with you.
All right. I'll just dip it in there and take some out.
Okay.
Is there anything like it? I don't see anything floating because it's too like opaque.
Yeah, it's really thick, really frothy, and there's
Ew.
a lot of this stuff. Thick and frothy. Get your mind out of the gutter, boy.
Sounds like a moist milk character.
Yep. There we go. There's her next character. She's going to introduce us to Thick and Frothy.
My name is Thick and Frothy.
That's my brother.
Thick and frothy milk.
Gross.
All right, so you
Gross
guys,
myself out.
you guys all have a good bit of this. Is everybody just taking it with them, or is anybody eating it?
I'll have a couple bites.
Okay.
And I got
Yeah,
to at this point.
Yeah, I'll be eating it too.
Finish
We haven't
some
eaten all
moist.
day.
Gotta be the best damn soup you ever had.
All right. So everybody that's eating like what would be a normal like bowl of soup, go and stand around the cauldron. Anybody that's not, you can stand like down where Maz, Moist Milk, and Sarah are hanging out at the moment. Nobody moved.
Well, don't all move at
Yeah.
once.
I already got my spot.
I gotta eat. I was throwing up earlier. I gotta make up for all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah, I heard all the weird bendy,
Oh.
crunchy bones, and that made me throw up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Mozzarella is going to do a smell check on the soup.
All right. Go ahead.
Going to get a little sniffy sniff.
While you're doing that, Sarah, Moist Milk, Freddie, you guys are not going up there, correct?
I don't trust eggs.
Kind of right. And also, that soup
Looks like it rhymes with soup, but not soup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
picking up what you're putting down.
Oh,
Starts with a
so,
P, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, fourth wall, talking to the DM. Hello, God.
Hold on.
So I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19.
Hardest
It smells pretty damn good.
Can I make out any ingredients? Like, is there meat in it or something like that?
No. Doesn't smell like there's any meat in it, no.
Watch
It
this be
smells-
like a.
If anything, it smells more like a chicken and like veggie stock. Something close to it.
Oh, I'm not. I think I'm a pass. It may upset my IBS, so I'm just gonna over here.
This is canon. Maz the Ferretin has IBS.
He does.
And Freddy, what are you doing?
I just have a bowl of this stuff, but I'm not gonna eat it.
Just takes a bowl, not gonna eat it. Okay.
No, I was gonna go down and see if these two wanted it, but I heard them say that they didn't. It's like,
Oh, well, I just took this for nothing.
Okay. Let's see. I want
What's Clapperclaw doing?
Clapperclaw is clicking on the wrong screen, just like I am. He's hanging out and kind of watching out over the water here. And since you asked, Sarah, he looks like he's looking for something. Like he's looking out over the water. You can see like one of his little claws kind of up by, well, like where his eyes would be if he had eyes. But remember, he's just got a gourd on his head.
You're looking for something? It's right, you don't talk much.
He just jingles, like shakes his head back and forth. You hear the coins rattle around inside the gourd, and he looks back at you. He looks back out. He puts a hand up, like kind of vertical on the side of his head, and he's moving that little claw around.
Miss your head.
He shrugs and then nods. And when he nods, the coins jingle some more.
I'm not too good with charades. Moist Milk, what do you think he's trying to say?
Well, I mean, from what you just gathered, he misses his head. I miss my legs, you know, I get it. I'm sorry, kid. We'll get your head back.
Whoops.
oh,
What is Clapperclaw?
I forgot how cute he was.
He's just a little guy.
A little
Never
I want a
realized how
plushie of
skinny-
him. He
Little
is so
duder.
freaking cute.
What was that, Lewis?
I never realized how skinny his legs were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little sticks.
He's just a
He's a
scarecrow.
scarecrow.
Can I look out in the direction that he's looking? Do
Yeah.
I see anything?
No, you just see the fog. Remember the fog that's kind of covering all of the murky lake here. So, the three of you guys that all partook of the soup, I need you guys
Roll to die.
not to die.
Roll for diarrhea.
You don't need to roll,
Roll
for
for
it. You just have it. You automatically fail that saving throw. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh,
Oh, can't just have a bowl of soup in this place.
Nope.
Excuse me? What?
what happened?
Ooh, natural
Oh
one.
no! Albert!
Those are the best. I love them.
All right.
Oh,
And Lev.
sorry, I forgot how to do it for a sec.
Oh, I could do my inspiration on it.
On a
Yeah.
nat 1, you have.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can't.
Or
If you have advantage.
Yeah, I have advantage.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can use your
Inside
advantage for
out
that.
cloaca.
Yay, thank you. Thank you, DM.
Yeah, inspiration would not help you there. Still doesn't help you.
An 11. Yay. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, yep, nope.
Buffy.
There goes your advantage. All right. So yeah, it's just Albert. Albert, roll me the D100, please.
All right.
All right. You guys watch as Albert go and find a thing.
This soup is good. So good.
Albert is sitting there enjoying himself, being quite happy with the soup. And then Albert, suddenly you feel a deep rumbling.
Oh, is that me?
You feel your legs start to swell. You feel your arms, your hands start to swell.
No.
You guys see Albert's face bulge out all weirdly, take on a big puffy appearance.
Oh my god!
Oh, he's allergic.
What the shit?
Oh no!
You
There was
see
shellfish in there.
Albert's feathers begin to merge down into his skin, and his skin takes on a green yellow hue. You see warts
big
start
frog.
popping up on him,
Oh,
No, my feathers.
and
what?
Albert
He's a frog man.
turns into a giant frog.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
gosh.
oh no.
I'm
Kids,
just gonna
this is
slowly put the spoon down.
I take one more bite before I put my bowl down.
shit, Sarah. These kids are eating random shit from strangers.
Hag soup is no good.
Albert, are you okay?
Oh no, do I sound like a frog now? Do I gotta take on the frog accent?
As a giant frog, I don't believe you can talk.
Oh.
Oh.
No!
We just
Um,
want a tasty soup!
Let's see. Your game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast.
Oh.
You retain your alignment and your personality.
The chosen beast?
Well, he didn't have a choice in this case. He rolled for the two things. The target assumes the hit points of its new form, and when it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of hit points it had before it transformed. It's limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech.
Huh.
I
Well.
don't want to go swimming.
I feel a little dry by the fire.
Yeah. Well, that
I was
happened.
not expecting that at all. What do we do?
Maybe we should get that saddle we saw back there, Freddy.
Ride him!
All right.
Ride me.
I shake my head. Yeah, sure, why not?
Nod.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
nod.
Whoops.
What's happening?
I was moving his token around, seeing if for some reason it looked like the frog had the inspiration, but it was his old token underneath on my screen.
Oh.
Oh yeah, can you assign me to the toad so I can move him?
I can.
You don't have to. I don't really have to move him. You can move him for me.
Oh, you should absolutely move him. But while I'm doing that, what are you guys doing? What are the rest of you guys doing? After you just watched Albert go from little tiny owl to big boy frog lad.
I'm debating on whether or not I should just pour the soup I have in my pot into the lake. And also,
I mean,
My brother!
Moist Milk is gonna be pointing a finger at everybody.
this is why you don't take shit from strangers in the Fae.
Especially a hag soup.
But, I do gotta say, that would get us past the mer people.
But does it wear off? Is he forever a frog?
I don't know. The Fae's pretty fucked, honestly.
Oh no. What do?
Well, hey, you guys got a super cool mount now.
Does anybody know anything about weird magics that turn people into animals?
I'm only level 2.
That doesn't mean you can't make a roll. You can do it.
Little Maz is
You are
talking
living
about
room.
levels for some reason. You guys have no idea what levels are.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, I want to be a level 3 toad.
I don't know. Maybe let's see, Lavana knows Lavana, you know some magic, smart lady. Do you know how to get rid of this frog magic?
I mean, I can think about it for a second.
I need a moment to reflect.
I need to think about it for a second. Do I know something about it?
Yeah, you would know. You're fairly positive what just happened to Albert is the result of a polymorph spell. They generally last about an hour.
Oh, okay. You'll be back in an hour, Albert. It's fine.
Oh, that's good. This good news.
Hopefully.
To your local healer if results last longer than an hour.
Lev's also kind of like keeps kind of like itching her skin. Like feels like she's turning into a toad too. She got the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, when you itch your skin, you feel little bumps there, and you see the faintest little green warts showing on your skin.
Lavana, come here. Let's put some milk on that.
Oh, does that work?
No, it does not. If you had the heebie-jeebies before, now you have the heebie-jeebies with milk.
Goat milk is going to soothe those warts. Don't worry.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Frogbert will turn around and lick Lavana.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse, to be honest.
You see him.
Tongue's all like sticky.
Dude, I have a small solution here. Let me move this out of the way.
Milk of toad. Sorry, just
Eye of newt, milk of toad.
There we go.
You swapped the tokens.
I did.
Oh, it's an eyeball.
This is a
That
quick
token's not
fix.
as cool though.
Oh god, it's getting bigger.
Shit, it's growing. Can you move that? You should be able to move that token.
Oh.
I can, but it's all dark. I'm like on a black screen.
Frog probably doesn't have dark vision.
Oh.
Somebody needs a light.
He should be able to see something though, because I'm holding a light and so is Freddy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I
Let
got
me
a
see.
light on too.
Oh, vision. Oh, yeah, there you go.
So
Yay,
while we
thank
got
you.
this big magical toad, anyone want to swim anywhere? That might be beneficial.
Uh,
Looks at
Aren't there a
Clapperclaw.
bunch of like dangerous marrow people in the water?
They don't like frogs.
So Clapperclaw hears you and turns around to look at you, Moist Milk, and you can see he starts like bouncing around. And you hear jingle, 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 and he points with one claw like out over the water, like he's really trying to point at something. But all you can see out there is just fog.
How many people can fit on Frogbert? One rider, two riders?
Probably both owls and Maz because they're all small.
So little Clapper here wants to go out there. Who wants to escort him?
Little Clapper sounds like a disease.
Don't be gross, Andrew.
I didn't say what kind of disease.
Mrs. Anderson, I am terribly sorry, but little Timmy has the little clapper.
Hey,
You will
Andy,
not make a full recovery.
What's up, James?
may I empty and wash out the oil from my oil flask and fill it up with the soup?
Sure.
For a future scheme,
Yep.
possibly.
A future scheme.
A future scheme.
So, you guys know that, yeah, you guys would know that it took eating a fair bit. Albie, you remember you took a spoonful earlier, and it didn't have an effect on you. It didn't really have an effect until you ate a bunch of it, like a full helping. At least that's what it looked like for good old Albert there.
Would you say that 1 pint might be a full helping?
Yeah. Yeah, so if your
Alright.
flask is a pint, then you're good.
Is
With
Clapperclaw
witches-
not able to talk anymore, by the way?
Probably can. That's more of a
He's
DM
just
thing.
excited. Oh,
He's being kind
secrets.
and no, it's not a secret. It's my
Super secret.
self-forgetting that the thing without a mouth can actually speak. No, and he's being nice. She's trying not to be rude and interrupt you guys talking and freaking out about your friend turning into a giant frog.
So who wants to go with Clapper out into the water?
When he's got your attention, like, can you hear that?
Ah,
Can you hear it?
you?
Listen.
Ah,
You hear this faint. It sounds like buzzing.
Buzzing.
You're giving me PTSD from our goblin campaign.
No.
Oh yeah.
Correspond.
My God.
It's not correspond, I promise.
Flies? More flies?
Or flies. It almost sounds like buzzing. Not quite. There's like a buzzing sound, but then Moist Milk, go ahead and make a perception check now that he's got your attention and you're actively looking. Sarah, you can do this too since he was originally trying to get your attention.
Perception.
Perception.
Shit.
Moist Milk looks out and she doesn't hear all the talk about the frog and everything has got her distracted.
that's water.
Viscera, you would hear like that little quick buzzing. It sounds like something moving around really fast, especially when you start putting like the sounds of like the pitter patter of little feet. And Clapperclaw jumps back away from the edge and he starts frantically pointing at the ground. He's like, look, it's one of them.
It's not those a-holes, is it? Did they take his head?
Oh my
I see.
gosh, it's tiny.
It is very tiny.
What?
I thought it was one of the bee-holes that I like.
I
I
am
can't even tell what that is.
I am fully zoomed in and I still can't tell
Yeah,
what
I
it is.
It's because it's tiny.
Is it a tadpole?
What is that?
Oh,
Oh God, it's so small.
Is that a lornling?
It's a lornling zipping
Oh,
around.
God.
You see it running back and forth about as fast as could be. When it realizes that it's seen, it zips out down over the side here, and you hear what sounds like little speedy, quick splashing that disappears into the distance.
Oh.
Ew. I think that was a flea, you guys.
I think
If you
old
ever see
Slackjaw
a,
knows we're here.
if you ever see a flea like that, just firebomb your whole house.
Fumigation is not going to be enough.
No.
do you think she'll be mad that we ate her soup? Wait,
Sorry.
does it look like there's any noticeably missing in the soup, like in the cauldron?
No, not in a cauldron that's 4x3.
Okay, I was gonna fill it with water.
What you do to
What if
Dad's
we just
liquor
dump it
cabinet?
all out?
Yeah.
I mean, we could still put water in it.
Just dilute the whole thing.
Water
Yeah.
it down.
It's
You
true.
only get one frog leg.
Oh.
Oh yeah, then you get the strawed mongrels.
Oh no.
Oy.
I don't know what those are.
The mongrel folk have like random mutations where one has like a dog leg or
Oh.
10 fingers on one hand, weird
I would
stuff like
like.
that.
I would like to.
Think of Island with Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, that's actually really what it is. All right, so you guys see that thing take off across the water, and what do you do? What do you do with this frog, this giant frog that once was Albert? Kick him in the water and leave him?
Who wants to chase it and ride?
How high did those Marrow throw the spears? Just so I know how high to fly.
I want to say Albert was about 20 feet up. Is that right,
I will
Albert, or were
be-
you less than that?
I think I was 15 feet.
15? It was pretty high.
I think. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot for 35 because I just want to be safe.
Got to be careful
Like
of
that.
the fog.
Yeah, and I'll kind of... Oh, God.
Make
Dip
your way
the
out over the
proverbial
water.
toe. Just a little bit. Just
Okay.
to-
Again, with the super thick fog that hangs over all the water here, the fog that hangs over Murky Lake, you can see about 15 to 20 feet ahead of you, and you see nothing. 35 feet up, you don't even see the water.
Oh. So we probably aren't going to be able to catch this guy, I don't think.
Can we keep an ear out for any buzzing?
Yeah, absolutely.
They mentioned a buzz. I can't even talk tonight. I apologize. Jeez Louise. A buzzing.
I thought you said a bussin'.
Listen.
Beautiful buzzing house.
All right. So there's no following happening, right? Because you can't see it.
Clapperclaw. What was that? Clapper. Clapper.
Yes, it. I think it was one of Bavlorna's little spies, secret keepers.
Gross.
Oh, God.
Who?
She knows we messed with her pot.
Who leaves their pot out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, she
Because
does
who
kind
would
of.
mess with her pot? She's probably so confident.
No one around here is dumb enough to mess with Bavlorna's things.
Oh, God.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, who would do that? That's crazy.
I just dump out the rest of it in the water.
Oh, totally.
Well, maybe she'll come out looking and we can sneak into her house while she's looking at her soup.
That's a good idea.
I don't know. She never leaves the place. Get her
Excuse
butt
me, I
out
have
here.
to check my soup.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you guys have a giant frog friend. You've heard one of the Lornlings zip off. You're fairly positive that Bavlorna knows you're here. You have your giant frog buddy. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Clapperclaw, were you trying to point out that little guy?
He shakes his head. Yeah, I was trying to get your attention. You have to listen for them. Very fast. They're hard to see.
Ah, shit. Well, next time, pinch one of us when you hear it, now that we know what we're looking for.
Consent to pinch. Okay. And he clips his claws and clack, clack, clack.
Maybe a poke. A tap on the shoulder.
I can do either one of those. And he seems like he's a little happy, like 6-year-old kid, kind of bopping back and forth. You can hear the coins rattle around in his head.
Oh my gosh, you're the most precious thing here.
Maz is glaring at you. So is Snoodle.
Oh.
I stand by my statement.
Hey, Maz.
I hide behind moist milk.
You want to go out in the water anywhere? While we got a big frog?
Is there anything we need out in the water?
Clapperclaw, is there anything we need out in the water?
Bavlorna lives somewhere out there.
Ah, shit. Double B's out there.
Oh. Do we, is it time to go talk to her? We probably
think-
have to rest first.
I don't think there's ever a good time to see a hag.
That's a very good point. Yes.
Maybe we could go to the secret meeting place of the liberation and just take a little nap there for a second.
I mean, we could camp here, eat the soup, swim to Double B. You know, I
You're
don't
real
know.
dead set on swimming.
I'm just trying to take advantage of the situation because some children thought it would be fun to eat some soup from a mystery hag pot.
I won't be called a child.
There we go. There's our episode title.
I mean, in my defense, it was good soup, so I'm not really mad
It
about
did
it.
taste good. It also gave you warts.
Oh, not you, Livana. I know they must have talked you into it.
Oh, yes, I was coerced.
Just flashback to Lavana, what are you doing? Soup!
Being the driving force behind trying to figure this pot out.
I'm sorry, I'm just trolling you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Could you bring Snoodle?
Yeah.
And the clap.
Since the clap.
Not
don't
thrilled
bring
on
the
that
clap.
name.
Snoodle in the clap.
Before you guys head out, where are you going? Snoodle in the clap.
Are we taking
I
a
think
long
we
rest
were-
in the hut? Or a short rest, I mean?
We're taking some kind of rest in the hut, right?
I think.
I would not say no to that because I have no spell slots left.
Okay. And
It's
I
that
will go
warlock
ahead and
life,
throw you
baby.
guys all in the hut here. So you don't have to fight with their arch nemesis, the door.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. That was a lot of fun.
Okay. You guys are back in here with the crate full of animal carcasses, except for the squirrel that Albert took randomly.
Oh, that's right. We picked the dead animal hut to hang out in. Oh.
Yep, smells great in here, by the way. There is the crossbow that's still in here. I think Albie took the moss made of cape, or cape made of moss. I don't think you guys took anything else. You guys can go ahead and take your short rest in here if you'd like.
If I make like some sort of grilled wild animal stuff, would that take away from the short rest?
No, I'll let you do that.
All right.
Fair warning: the carcasses that are in this crate, not in the greatest shape. They've been there at least 2 days now.
Ew.
If that's what you were thinking, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop you. Just letting you know.
So they're past their prime a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They'd have the yellow discount sticker on them in the store.
Oh,
At least.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Voice Milk just puts her milk jug up to her nose, trying not to smell the dead things.
Oh, she'd rather smell goat milk instead.
I'm gonna put them outside. I'm gonna move the dead animals outside.
Okay.
Just toss them out. I don't
Love
know.
comes over, grabs the crate, tosses them outside.
We get done resting, open the
The
door,
hell,
and there's
Moz?
like 50 little lornlings just like scavenging the dead corpses.
Moz just cast gaseous form and slipped through the wall.
I did.
What?
On my screen, I'm not even in the building.
There you go.
Huh.
Oh.
Who's actually in the building right now?
Everybody.
I only see myself, Giant Frog, and Lavana.
You might need a refresh then. Everybody's in there.
It looks like it said that
yeah.
we lost connection for a second, or maybe that was just mine.
Yeah, I had to restart too. Actually, just restarted. I'm restarting again.
Okay.
Some weird stuff happened.
It's your computer
They left
struggling.
their incense on, so it's a little smoky in here.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys can all gain the short rest, which I think everybody did, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. Albert's got it.
Oh.
No.
Did Sarah? Oh wait, yeah.
There she goes.
Sorry.
If it's an hour, does Albert change back now?
Yeah, Albert would change back for taking the hour short rest.
Yay, back.
Thank you for not having them turn on us and try to eat us.
Oh, that's an interesting effect.
Don't
like
you
it.
get?
God, I'm
Our
sitting on him. I didn't mean to.
Oh,
What was that, Lady Mistella?
Are bardic inspirations? Are those coming back on a short rest? No, a long rest. I think.
You answered your own question?
Yes, I found it. Never
Okay.
mind. I thought it was a short rest. It wasn't.
Cool.
Never mind.
Doth we need a long rest?
I think I'm only missing one bardic inspiration right now.
What if we get the hag to eat her own soup? Like, hide it in something where she's like, oh, that's tasty. And she gets turned into a frog.
oh yes, good idea.
That might be
Did you
I
make
hold-
the soup, though?
I hold up the flask and I do a little tap with my nail and I put it back in my little cloak.
Okay.
I made a plan. It's a plan.
Did you do that like so everyone could see it? Was that why?
So, something to
Yes.
keep in mind, I think, too, oh crap, actually, I don't think he would know that. He wasn't in the room with everybody.
What's that?
Maz, I just realized he wasn't in the room with the big toad, frog? No, I'm confusing them.
Oh, the one that
The
ate
mount?
Albert?
Yes. I don't
wasn't.
think he was there. Never mind. Yeah, he wouldn't have known that.
It was
never mind.
Sarah and Albert.
Yeah.
Sarah and Freddy.
Sarah and Freddie.
Freddy. Yeah.
Goddamn owls.
Yeah, never mind.
They strike again.
Just to the off chance, what was it you were about to say?
Well, nothing
Pretend
now.
to be
if,
her mount?
If Maz wasn't in there, right?
I was asking Crissy.
I know,
Because
but
I was in
she
there
was
and
going
I
to
don't
say
know.
something that she technically doesn't know. That Maz doesn't know.
Maz doesn't know, yes. It's
gotcha.
something that I know, but he doesn't
Sorry,
know.
I think I said it and I didn't mean to.
That's all
What
right.
did you say?
She didn't hear you anyway, so it's all good.
I didn't hear you either.
Chaos.
What's going on?
Chaos.
Sorry, folks.
All right. So what are you guys doing here?
We did the rest, right?
Mhm.
Short rest.
You did the rest.
Was there anything else let's see. We have like a whole list of things, but I don't know which thing we all want to do next.
Off to go see the hag.
Do?
Yeah, I
Let's
kind of
go.
think the hag probably has all the things we need, right? Probably.
I think so.
It's
yeah.
all the side quests, and I don't know. Let's just ring it.
Does everybody
Hmm?
does everybody have all their spell slots and stuff back? Am I the only one missing like a single bardic inspiration or
I got all my spell slots. I am down to what's the thing called? Healing light dice. So I have one healing light dice and 2 spell slots just in case for possibly healing if we're going to lean towards that.
does everybody else have spell slots?
I got Salma spells.
All
I
my spells.
don't know if I've ever seen Moist Milk cast a spell.
Yep, you have.
I don't even know if she has spells.
You have.
I just want to say Bucked Tunic knows what's up. Stay away from the
the
fag.
further the better. Yep.
That is an awesome name.
Sorry, I interrupted.
I mean, does everybody feel like you're ready to do we need to do anything or get anything before we talk to the hag?
I'm
feel
gonna shit
we
my
talked
pants
to
either way.
Everybody
Yeah, I think
and
we
got all the side quests, so
Yeah,
I think
we
now's the
did
time.
everything.
Well, I meant more so in preparation of possibly fighting and or doing some other kind of tricky things to her. But it sounds like nobody has a plan, so we can just go. I
I mean,
guess.
this is just like the rest of it, right?
Yeah.
The shop didn't have anything that we could use, did they? Like
I've
for
offered a
active-
plan.
Yeah, we have our.
They had
book.
I can tell you what was in there. What was in the shop. They had the very good thimble, which you guys bought. They had the mug of Bumble beer. They had the Dusk Mallow pie, the bundle of dry wood, which you bought, the ink portrait, which you bought, and Moonlight monocle, which you did not buy.
So no like anti-hag spray or something.
No, they would not be selling anti-hag spray or a +5 anti-hag weapon.
Dang.
While we're having this conversation, there's no little tiny frog person staring at us.
Make a perception check in here.
Oh,
Oh, God. Perception.
I almost clicked on persuasion.
Come here so I can see you.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
No,
I'm too nervous.
doesn't see a damn thing.
So,
I start looking and I just smack my head into the crate where the animals were.
Oh god. Freddy, watch out.
I bloodied my nose. A beak. I don't have a nose.
just something I was looking at in my notes. There was a ticket or some kind of receipt in the book of Bavlorna that had the trinket and bauble and charm thing. It says 5.
Oh,
Does that
Do you-
mean anything to anyone?
should we go and ask them about it?
I was wondering, but then I'm wondering if that's a bad idea to ask them about it. I don't
just in
know.
case. Oh god.
I mean, we can stall out a little bit.
I'm kind of curious what it is.
And you could say you found the receipt on the ground. Be
I
like, hey,
yeah,
what's
it's
this?
true. We could. Who
I'm
found
just a
it?
big enough scaredy cat of the hag. Sure, let's do it. I'm down for it.
I feel like you guys are doing everything in your power to not go to Bavlorna.
I'm ready
We
to
don't
go.
want to level up
The
just yet.
procrastination is through
We
the roof.
could. I mean, if you guys want to go,
It's up to
we
you.
can
I'm
do
not
that
telling you
too.
where to go or anything. It's just listening to your guys' plan. It's like, we could go to that, or we could go over here.
I'm just making sure we have everything we could possibly need
Yeah, yeah.
before going and seeing her. It's like preparing for the boss fight, kind of.
Yeah. Anybody else want to go back to the shop?
Shop or hag? Vote.
I mean, we can run back to the shop real quick. I don't
Shop.
see if they'll help us.
Yeah. Chop.
Prop it
Shop.
is.
Moist
Shop?
milk, Sarah?
Stop.
Was that sub or shop?
Yes.
I'm gonna smack you. To the shop!
Back again.
We should be regulars at that fair. Maybe they'll just take us to Bavlorna if we ask.
They're just such cool guys. Like, the first couple times, it's like, yeah, we're just on business. And now it's just like, hey, how's the family, dude? How's the little one? Nice and slimy? That's cool.
All right. So where are you guys going?
We told
Shop,
you
right? Yeah.
to the shop.
Chop.
All right.
Shop.
I
Going all the way
don't
back.
know
Trinket
where
bubble
Albert
and
went. Oh, there's
bubbles or
Albert.
whatever it was.
That has to be a name of another
What
shop.
was this one?
Trinket bumholes and what?
Trinket Bummit and Bumholes.
I actually don't remember what I said now.
Oh,
They're going
man.
on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
That's so the journey.
Adventure. Oh, come on.
Come on.
What you staying around for, knucklehead?
Come on. Come on. Oh, darn it.
There you go.
There we go.
You guys are all up here.
Oh,
It pulled everybody in, but it zoomed me out. Sorry about that.
I was in the middle of zooming in and out and moving, so it looked like I was on drugs and everything was just like.
Just get the zoomies.
Yep.
Time for some butt sniffing. Can we redeem loot to give the party experience points? No. I will tell you, there's a very specific trigger in this. This is one issue I have with how they set up the milestones in here that I don't want to tinker with because there's so many of them in this group. They could have triggered this at various points. Anytime they got to hither, really. But it's lasted a little bit longer. And it's also, so we're ending up this weird scenario in here where they are going to end up with the longest level 2 that anyone has ever seen, followed by the shortest level 3 ever witnessed. So I think it'll balance itself out. All right.
Wait, so we could level up before going to Bavlorna somehow?
I think Bavlorna is the level
well,
up.
there's a trigger. I'm not going to say what it is, but
It's not the soup.
it's the no.
Darn it.
Soup
The soup
level
pushed
3.
us over the edge.
All right, so you guys are back here at Trinket, Bauble, and Charms.
Swinky Dinky and Nod.
Nope, I got it. Don't take this from me, you son of a bitch. I said it right this time. The first time all night.
Hello. Is this something I can redeem? He's gonna hold up the ticket and like toward whoever them. I guess they're here.
Trinket or Bauble? You talked
I
to
only
Trinket
see-
before.
Who is this? I only see one of them.
Someone is on top of one of them. Flapperclaw.
It was me.
Yeah, there we go.
It wasn't me.
Lev was hiding one. I'm saving it for
I don't know
later.
who to ask. I guess this person. Sure, this. person.
That's Trinket. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. What are you trying to redeem?
This ticket, is this a redeemable ticket for something?
See that. He takes it from you. And this is just a ticket that says 5 on it.
Yep, it just says 5 in my notes, unless I didn't write it down.
Okay.
That's all I wrote.
Let me take a look.
You have the dreaded 5 ticket?
You have the dreaded 5. Actually, while I look, I almost forgot. I almost blew through the break time. So let's take the break and then we'll finish up Trinket, Bauble, and Charm. Because I think Joe was pretty good about coming in right when we were about to go on break.
He does.
Yeah. He's my reminder.
Joe's the reminder to go on break.
Yeah.
Joe's here. Let's go.
Well, welcome in, Joe. Thank you for stopping by. We will be right back. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break to grab a drink. I got to refill my water, go to the bathroom, get some snacks, all that good stuff. Enjoy the awesome BRB screen that Lady Marcella put together.
See stuff.
I have another cool surprise for you guys, but I haven't gotten to roll anything yet tonight. You guys are keeping me from rolling anything. So we'll see
I
that
saw
in a
it because
little
it scared me earlier.
bit. Yeah, you did.
Can you just do a test roll real quick?
I could because I want you guys to see it is really cool. Lady Marcella, if you could shout out Abtaria for me.
Yeah, Abtaria.
Abtaria made some awesome dice for us. Some Fae-themed Dirty Rollers dice.
Oh, look at that.
As soon as I saw the
man.
attention to detail, I knew
Wow.
it was her.
Yep. Oh, she did an awesome job on
beautiful.
those.
They're
Those
Fae
little fairy
dice.
rings.
Yeah, they're all fairy rings.
The mushrooms.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The D4s.
Do it again. Roll it again.
The D4s all have mushrooms.
Again.
Oh,
That
man.
reminds me of a certain goblin I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The dice that we're using, I almost slaughtered that. We're all rolling from 3ddice.com.
Woot woot.
And
the-
you can go and take a look at all the cool dice that are on there. you can roll them like we are directly in Foundry. You can use them on OBS streams. It's just as a browser source. It took all of 30 seconds to set up in the middle of a stream when I actually interviewed one of the devs from 3D Dice, Celeste. She was super awesome. And that episode is in the VODs here if you want to watch it and see her talk about it, how it came to be, everything behind it, some of their future plans. It was a fun little interview of a show that they call cartographers, or make maps and talk to a bunch of the super creative people I know.
And you can make anything, even meat dice.
You can make anything. Melissa here has made meat dice, and what was the other gross one? You have hair dice?
Yeah, I could roll them.
I mean, we're gonna see them anyway, so whatever.
No.
Don't you have poop dice too?
Yep.
Yep, she made poop dice.
But there are some fantastic
Iris
dice that people have made on there. There's some of them have like sound effects and glow effects. Some of them have little hovering things going on. You can make all kinds of stuff on there, especially if you're artistically inclined. You can really add a ton of detail to them, like Abtari.
Oh yeah, I made my dice.
Yeah. Yep. Garen made his. He also made. We're back. Everyone's got the giggles. We're back. I still can't speak right. Even off stream, I can't speak right.
Yeah.
It's a curse tonight.
We were talking about cheesers.
Yep. Definitely not the band Weezer. Given a cheese theme.
Jesus.
I really want to be able to speak right tonight, seeing how it's very important for what we're doing.
We believe in you, Andrew. You can do it.
You can do it.
I can't even blame like lack of sleep or anything, because I think I slept pretty decent last night. So I don't know what it is. Just can't talk right tonight. Anyways, we are back. I need some actual music going. The ambience is kind of just going on. We need some tunes.
Some tunes.
We'll get the Royal Majesty's court music going, just because.
Some cheeser tunes.
So, yeah. Joe, thank you for being my alarm clock. You remind me of break time, so thank you.
It's Joe o'clock.
Cheese.
It's Joe o'clock. He's here. Time to go.
We should be like, it's
Joe o'clock, go
time.
PP.
Yeah.
It's Joe time.
Joe time. But yeah, it just works out. It just works out, Joe. Whenever you're done doing what you got to do and you join us, it's usually right about break time for us. But I appreciate the reminder, because I get caught up in it and then don't pay attention to the time, and we just blow through it. And then everybody's crossing their legs, like turning multiple shades of yellow as they have to pee. But we'll get back into things. They are at Trinket, Bauble, and Charm. Bam! 3 times in a row. Got it. Woo! They're trying to figure out what the note in the back of Bavlorna's called Bavlorna's Book of Bad, or the Big Book of Bad Blood. There we go.
Bad blood. Yeah.
And yeah, they were talking to Trinket about it. When you present the book, they both look at each other.
No, hold on here just a second. I did not say present the book. I said the ticket.
Oh, the ticket.
Yes. No book, only ticket.
It's the same effect. They both look at each other. And what did you ask about it?
If he could redeem whatever that ticket was for that said 5 on it.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at it. They look at each other and says, "Can't redeem this. It was a receipt. What was paid?"
I thought it was maybe like a gift certificate or something like that, where you take it in and you give me 5 tings or something.
They look at each other again and both just break out laughing.
Oh,
Just the not that it's funny, more that it's just ridiculous. Like, there is no way they would just give you 5 things for redeeming a ticket like this.
I don't know. It could have been like prepaid, prepaid card or something. I don't know.
Moz is from the future.
Oz introduces the whole concept of a credit card.
Bust out a cell phone, pay as you go. They look at each other, and when they finish laughing, Trinket looks at you again. He says, no, this was a cost paid. This particular cost, rather, grisly cost.
Oh, so what was this for?
He cracks a big, like, toothy grin. He gets down to Maz's level and gives you a little, like a condescending pat. He says, "Are you sure you can handle the gory detail?"
Sure.
It's the stalks from 5 giant snails.
Oh.
Oh.
For like Shelimu and
Looks at you all
Flora
weird.
Flash.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, what does one do with these snail stalks?
That's really not for me to know. That would be more Charm's doing.
Oh, a bouquet. So I guess this receipt is no good for anything then.
No, simply proof that it was bought.
Huh. Well. Bouquet then, I suppose. Thank you very much.
Anything else?
Are
you sure I can't interest you in any more items?
Oh,
I'd like
no.
to make any more trades.
I'm a little curious about the pie.
Little what?
The pie.
Oh, our dusk mallow pie.
Yeah, does something happen when you eat it?
You have a rather large lack of hunger.
That's very nice. I just wondered if it had any kind of like magical effects. You know how sometimes in this place, lots of weird things happen when you eat stuff, especially when you don't really know what it is and you eat it. And sometimes you turn in things and sometimes you throw up and all kinds of stuff. So I just wondered if the pie did something like that.
Oh no, this is just a delicious pie from a faraway land. Can I interest you in it?
Well, I cannot
think you would
eat
find
the
this
pie.
very tasty.
Or
someone else did. He actually like dives back behind the counter and produces a little plate, a little saucer with a slice of this pie on it, where there's very clearly a bite mark in it.
Wait, so who did this?
I don't know. Came to us like that. Seems to stay good.
It just has a bite taken out of it.
He just got a little bit of the crumble on his mouth.
No.
But how does it not go bad? How is this still good?
I couldn't tell you. Just know that it doesn't go bad.
That's very unusual. So what would you want for this pie?
I asked you about the spring in your step.
Yeah.
I think that would be fair.
Oh God. No. I kind of like my ploppy, flop around walk. So I think I will pass. But thank you very much anyway.
Have it your way. He takes the pie and sets it back down under the counter.
Well, okay, guys, I guess. Do any of you want anything here?
I guess this is our last chance to try and get that monocle, but does anyone want to give up their bouncy step?
Albert, you give an advantage from Grimquest.
Ooh, thank you.
Ooh.
What exactly do you mean by the bounce in your step?
Exactly that. The bounce in your step.
Hmm.
The rhythm.
Well, I
already-
already give up mine. I don't have much of a bounce.
Just start walking like it's Monday afternoon. The work day's too long. That's all there really is left, right? It's
The
just
monocle, the pie.
monocle and the pie.
The monocle, the pie,
I feel like there was something else.
the
Was there
bumble
something else?
beer.
Oh, the beer.
Bumble
Yeah.
beer.
Yep, a mug of bumble beer.
Well, if nothing else, you can drink that and get your bouncy step back.
I mean, is there
I'm-
anything really
I'm
that
going
anybody
to-
wants?
I'm
Huh?
going to pull out the flask that has the soup in it,
Oh.
and I'm going to present it, saying, "In this flask there is a very delicious soup, but there are some interesting properties about it that are beyond most control."
Turned me into a toad.
Don't you spoiled it.
Oh, so sorry.
Never mind, let's go.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Ah. Unless they sounded interested in this weird flask thing thing.
They don't seem particularly interested in the soup. They're just kind of looking at you, one eyebrow arched, like they are kind of crazy for walking in here and offering soup in a flask that you procured from your
trade them.
cloak.
You can't trade them Bavlorna soup.
Oh, there's another spoiler alert. Well, got a blast.
Got a blast.
I don't know. Sorry.
So much phrasing.
Jeez Louise.
You sure I can't have the spring in your step? We can't make a simple deal?
What if we give them Snoodle's spring in this step?
How could you?
Who's you monster?
I don't know if Snoodle has
He's-
much
he's-
spring in the step.
Yeah, he's
I don't remember there being a lot of
reptile.
bouncy gators.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so we won't miss it.
No snoodle stop. I wonder how he would walk if it was taken.
Just
What if
roll
my
around.
spring is already gone?
That is very true.
Then you have nothing to give.
You're very rude, you know.
What?
I'm very forthcoming.
Uh-huh.
The snark fights the snark.
I've done exactly as we've said. Held nothing back. I've kept nothing in surprise. And yet
They
you
just
look
have-
at me with distrust.
Sorry, that's Melissa being like, "Oh, Faye, Trixie."
Um,
And they've got
I-
normal little darkling legs, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Okay.
Everybody drank. Bunny redeemed a hydrate.
Oh,
Hydrate.
buddy.
thank you.
Where's my propel?
I don't really want anything else in here. Does anybody else want to do something in here? Or is it hag time?
Hag time.
Is it hag time?
Hag time.
It's hag o'clock.
Oh no.
Time to haggle.
God damn it, James. Disadvantage.
I don't give a damn.
They go to
He knows what he's done.
Hashtag worth it.
These Fae bastards. Damn it.
We actually know where their place is. Bavlorna's place, I mean.
Isn't it
Wasn't it that-
down?
You guys have
hut?
previously had a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Sinking palace.
Is it past the fairy people again?
Yes and no. There are numerous ways to get there. You guys have found 3?
Can we just zip line across the clotheslines? Like,
Oh, that's right. They got clotheslines to the place.
I mean, honestly, you have a few different options. Kind of the same route, but a few different options of going about. And it's up to you.
So it must be important how we get there for some reason.
Can't ask that
Listen
question.
to the incredulousness of this. Like, I'm just letting you guys know that there are multiple ways across. You guys have figured out a few of them. I can't even put a chest in the middle of a room without everybody losing their shit and thinking that something bad's gonna happen, that it might be a mimic. I've never given you guys a mimic. I've never done anything like that. I've never.
but then we
Not in
trusted
this
the soup, and
Hmm.
that was a bad idea.
It was. That's on
It was
you guys.
interesting.
That was
wasn't
a
bad idea.
a
It was
walking
interesting.
cauldron that you guys have purposely activated numerous times to make it walk away. That had a little demony elemental looking guy underneath it that was talking to you in Infernal, and you guys still
There
chose to
was
drink the
somebody-
soup.
There was somebody that told us not to screw with it too. Was it Illig actually? Somebody told us not to screw with it.
Mhm.
Can't remember who it was.
I haven't
Because
done
it's
anything, Crissy.
Bavlorna's.
Yeah, they didn't say why, other than just hers.
You know, just the
And
ruler.
I don't like her.
It's just the hag's soup.
Just
Why
the
would you-
ruler of the entire,
know.
like, all of Hither. Not just Downfall, but all of Hither.
It also
Wow.
steals things from people and gives them bad deals, whether they want them or not.
So how do we want to get there then?
The shortest possible way.
We could eat the soup and all swim.
You are
what
so
is
bent
the-
on swimming.
What's up, Lady Mistel?
Oh, I'm just thinking. I'm trying to see on the map. But it's so dark. I can't really see anything.
So what were
don't
our
have
options?
So you guys have found all the clotheslines that are just disappearing out into the mist, all towards the middle.
Yeah. And I'm
Um,
trying to see that.
At
but-
least one person has told you that Bavlorna lives out there.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, you guys can all make a history check. We'll just roll some dice. We haven't rolled too many dice today, so let's roll more.
Dice. History.
Getting my hair done.
That's a 1.
Good job.
Where am I to?
I realized I'm using my Mastella dice too. I could change my dice.
History.
Maz is still,
Shit.
well,
He's petting Snoodle.
Maz is petting Snoodle. Moist Milk is still, like, giving Bauble some shit over, you know, the deals and questioning them over whether or not they're being tricksy. So she's not part of this, but you guys, as you're talking about the hag and going to see her, you know that there are the zip lines. They're not zip lines, they're clotheslines.
The zip line.
Yeah, one of you guys said zip lines. Ricky said zip lines. I was thinking zip lines, but no, they're clotheslines with clothes on them. You have found at least 3 of them. Might have come across the 4th. I can't remember. But yeah, you see those lines going out into the middle of Murky Lake, just disappearing into the fog. You remember that there are marrow in those waters for sure. That one impaled Albert while he was flying over, not super high, but high enough that you thought he would be safe. You know that you were safe in the boat when you came in. You remember the frog folk ferrying you around in the boats, and you remember the bullywugs telling you that the marrow don't like the taste of bullywugs, so they tend to leave them alone.
Could we just ask the frog people to boat us over?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like probably the easiest way to do it.
Do the boats.
Sarah, you can sweet talk them frogs. They're thirsty for you.
I can try.
I'm on the wrong window. There we go.
So
Get me out of this place.
guys are heading back this way. Hold up.
We spilled fume.
Hold up.
Across the map. Hold up. Hold up.
Hey.
Grab your milk. Hold up.
Grab your milk. Hold up.
As you guys are walking on by the sinking palace, you see the guard outside, the bullywug, with the crocodile. And as you're standing there, you see King Gullop come walking out with the two guards. Checks. And no. Okay. The two guards, they come out and you notice King Gullop as an eye patch now.
Oh.
You can hear him mumbling about his eye hurting, his head hurting.
Oh.
You see the two guards are looking very, very aware here. Like they're looking around. They're being very cautious. They both spot you guys walking up, and you notice they grip the spears a little tighter, and they kind of stand at a defensive position in front of Freddy and Lev. The one guard looks at you guys and said, "Halt. You're not allowed near the king."
Halt. You're not allowed near Levana.
What? No, we're walking here. You stand there and wait your turn.
Lev's gonna like wave at the king and be like, "Hey," and like point to her eye and be like, "Same hat." Like,
Bonding.
He moves up and looks at Lev.
Same.
Says, "Yes, tell me, do you two have..." He looks down at himself, looks a little ashamed. "Troubles with your depth perception?"
oh, all the time. I walk into so many trees. You kind of get used to it after a while.
I hope
It's
so.
not too bad though.
I think I might cover it with flowers or maybe a nice water lily.
Oh, very stylish. Yeah, just decorate. Treat yourself.
Yes.
Treat yourself.
I care not for looking at an empty socket here anymore. It's depressing.
Well, I think you look real cool. That's all.
I hear it's all the rage to stick a marble in there.
The guards
just
move-
kind of looks at Freddy like kind of weirdly.
I just kind of do the open mouth, big shrug, just like, I don't know.
the king looks up and he says, "Now, I know that loyal members of my soggy court would most definitely not have had anything to do with that failed revolution. But still, you were there. Why were you there?"
Sarah killed him.
He looks kind of shocked. In the cell?
Oh no, 1-on-1 with the chain and the clubs.
Oh, trial by combat. Oh, that's delightful. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, if you ever desire to sit next to someone in a place of royalty, you have a spot by me.
I don't think I'm too good with the fancy words.
Oh, here now. I think that my foes would tremble at the mere sight of you, and no one would try to stage a coup against me ever again.
Oh, so you just want me as a bodyguard then?
Well, that, among other things. I'm the king. You could be my queen.
I don't know if that's the life for me.
Oh, you could be royalty? You can live in pleasure and decadence.
I don't know why. I just pictured you singing the song Royals with that voice.
Oh.
This is not something you crave. You would rather go on these filthy adventures and risk injury to yourself and to your friends.
I mean, yeah, I think if I was sitting there all day, every day, I'd probably croak sooner than later, if you know what I mean.
He just blinks at you. His tongue shoots out, clears his one eye. Stares at you. He says, "Yes, that's very funny. I see it. Royalty, the royal life is not for you. But still, your group has honor to uphold, a task to do for me. See that it gets done." He does a little harumph and walks away with his guard in tow.
Welp. Oh yeah, he wanted us to go there anyway, so we could just go there, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, he wanted you guys to return the book.
Yep.
Without being seen.
Sarah, do you ever get tired of all these frogs hitting on you?
I don't think too much of it.
As you guys are standing there and talking about whether or not
Oh, right. We still have Snoodle.
Sarah gets
Yep.
whether she gets bothered by him or not. You see this one comes back and it's like looking around. Where is he?
Who?
Well, don't play coy. Where is he? The king would have his pet back.
Oh. Just looks over at Maz.
Moist Milk does too.
I
He
actually
looks at Maz.
Where's Snoodle's token?
Damn it.
Maz lost Snoodle.
Haven't seen
I
them.
was gonna ask you to bring him.
Have you
You
lost?
just look back and Snoodle's in the mouth of a giant frog.
I mean, I know where he's at. He's like way over there. He's like, over here.
Moss just takes off.
This frog's like, where's the pet? And Maz is like, where's level 3? Bartering and shit.
But where's my level 3?
This is bullshit. I can't believe the bullying I'm taking.
Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry, what?
yes, that one. The king wishes for his most sacred Snoodle back. Please hand him over.
But are you sure he really wants him back? Because he just strolled away from here and did not even look over at little Snoodle.
Might I remind you that the king had a dagger in his eye socket?
Oh, he didn't just then.
Well, he's worried about getting on the throne. He remembered as soon as he got back there and reached down to pet his sweet, sweet Snoodle, and Snoodle wasn't there.
Oh, Snoodle. He's gonna look down at Snoodle. Oh, Snoodle, would you like to go back to the king?
What a conversationalist.
I'm glad you guys saw that.
Oh my god, that
It
killed
was
me for
the
some reason.
pause.
It's because I tried to do it at first and I scrolled out instead.
Oh, well,
For anybody that
okay.
might just be listening, I rotated Snoodle's token up and down as a way of nodding yes.
Oh, okay then. If you really want to go be with the king, then I understand. I understand. He gives him a little pat on the head.
The guard comes
Okay.
over and he holds out a hand and it's got those caterpillars in him.
Oh.
Snoodle,
Oh, very good, Snoodle.
Snoodle like swings his head over towards you, like bangs you in the leg, And then you hear like the flop, 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 flop as this fat little gator walks over.
Did you just get kneecapped by a crocodile?
Oh, goodbye, Snoodle. Goodbye.
I knew we should have traded his bounce and his step.
I'll be real quick. Owlid sandwich. Eddie.
Yeah.
Just give Maz a big ol' hug. It'll be okay.
Oh, Tanku, we are very good friends. Oh, I just hope Snoodle will be happy.
Well,
David, he
if
didn't
you
die.
love something, you gotta let it go. And if it comes back, it's your alligator.
Oh, that's very true. That's very correct. Yes, thank you, Freddy.
It'll be okay.
You hear
Now, hopefully we don't die to a hag.
you hear a jingle.
True.
A jingle. Albie and Freddy, you guys hear a jingle from the north of you, and it's just suddenly a pair of claws, the crab claws, like wrapped around your whole group. Why are we hugging?
Because hugs are the best. And also Maz was sad that Snoodle had to go.
You guys are all very warm. Fur, feathers. I just have straw.
Would you like a hug?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, another owlid sandwich. Eddie. Big hug.
All right. So, you guys are on your way to go to see Bavlorna's house, right?
Yee.
Yes.
Where? Which spot are you going?
Taking the ferry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The one right outside the sinking palace.
Sure.
Yeah, it's closest. Why not?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Everybody's. I feel like everybody always thinks I'm up to shit.
There might be a reason for that, but
Wrong screen.
it might just be me.
All right. Look, this campaign, I've not done anything sneaky. I've played it by the book, quite literally.
The more you say that, the more I think you are up to something sneaky.
I'm not. I'm answering things 100% truthfully. But yeah, so we'll just we'll kind of skip ahead a little bit. You guys go down to the ferry over here. We're gonna go right down here to the docks where Sarah's fans are waiting for her. This is like this is like the back entrance at a concert venue, you know, where people hang out here, and you've got the guards back here.
Are these the same ones we keep bumping into all the time?
Yeah, the ones that have been ferrying you guys back and forth.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Frank.
Hello, Freddy. Guys, you should be asking King Gullop for frequent floater miles.
Wow.
Where to this time?
We need to go see the lady.
Oh, which lady would that be?
Oh, you know, the lady. The one at the one out there.
Oh, you want to go there?
The big cheese.
See, their voices both kind of get low. Why would you want to go there?
We need to go have a conversation.
Oh, no. No! The guard dashes over to Sarah.
Drop with the wind drama.
Lady Sarah, please don't make any deals. Trade not your beauty to the hag. I like that Lev steps aside and the other frog is there just like hiding behind her.
You can feel him like right behind her.
Yep.
So it's like, you can't come by, it's fine.
Oh my gosh. This swamp is so wet, but these frogs are so thirsty.
Lady Sarah, please, no, don't make a deal with her. We couldn't stand having anything happen to you.
I don't plan on making any deals with hags.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Please be careful.
Well, I'll try my best. Got a good group here, so hopefully we'll watch each other's backs.
Excellent, excellent. Are you sure we can't talk you, or at least just you, out of staying here and not going? No offense.
Plenty taken.
Don't.
I don't think you can talk me out of this one.
Okay. Just please be careful. Come back and see us. Be safe. Don't make a deal with her. Don't trust her.
Okay.
Also, don't tell her we said any of that, because we would probably be never seen again.
All right. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, lady. Sir, you were too kind. You were too kind. And they're like tripping over themselves to bow before the other one can. No. We are to take you there. Are you sure? Last chance for all of you. And they both kind of turn and face the group and make sure that this is what everybody wants.
Let's do it!
Moist Milk's got her chin up, looking positive and dominant, like, yeah, confident, I got this, but she's trembling.
Where are you?
She's peeking around the door inside.
Oh.
She's
in there probably listening for gossip.
Don't look at me, Matthew. Don't look at me peeping, Matthew.
Albie's doing the boxer jump, but he's like turning around from everybody and like he's just like, what the shit? And then he turns back looking confident after doing the boxer bounce, just kind of doing like the jumping in place.
Good.
I don't know what the hell they call that. That's all I can really think of naming it.
Good.
Shadow boxing?
Just when they kind of do that little jump up with their... It's weird. I don't know. Sorry. Go on.
You're good. You're good.
I'll just hold Moist Milk's hand.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
I'm not scared.
And she wipes her nose a little bit.
So you guys have been standing here for just a couple of minutes, and already, Moist Milk, you can hear, like, being kind of attuned to the gossip in this lower part of the sinking court, or the sinking palace. You can hear the whispers go around already. Oh my God, they're going to see the lady. I believe they're going to talk to Bavlorna. No my. Like, you can just hear it go through, and your idea of what they're talking about is no one expects you guys to come back, or to come back with maybe one or more members lighter in your party. They're not too confident. They can't imagine why you guys are going out here. But they've definitely taken note. You guys have been back and forth through here like 4 different times of your travels, and yeah, they're well aware of where you're going. Are you guys ready to head out?
Yeah, I think. Are we all good?
Oh.
I get scared when you ask the same question over and over. It's
I know,
like that.
I do too. I'm like, do we
Do you
need to
really
do
want to
something
do it?
else?
Listen,
Are you sure you want to do it?
you guys have waffled around whether you're going here or not the entire episode, so I'm making sure that we're good and ready to go. Okay.
Yes.
Waffle.
Do it.
Yes, waffle back and forth, Maz.
Waffle.
As
Man,
we're
now I want
collecting
breakfast
ourselves As we're collecting ourselves to go there, Waste Milk's going to look at Lavana.
Oh my god, I heard Dragonfly Eater had a thing for Bavlorna,
Oh, I bet he's there right now.
Oh my god, Dickle Pickle's gonna be so jelly.
And you're saying this out loud, right? Like regular talking volume?
Yeah.
You hear an audible like squeak from somewhere inside. You hear a gasp, and everyone turns and looks to the corner. You hear
the corner and to where we are, or where someone else is.
Up this way.
Oh God!
No, she said Dickle Pickle. I'm Pickle Snickle. The wrong one. It's not me. I know.
Oh,
Pickle Snickle.
poor guy.
Oh my gosh. What an absolute Chad. What a name.
Chad Picklesnickle.
So you guys are loaded up into 2 boats once again. Each guard is rowing 1 boat. They take you guys all over to... That's the wrong screen again. I was doing so good tonight, too. They take you all over here. You guys are in the boat, so don't freak out that you're in the water.
Whee!
Lev's like, wait for me.
We're just hanging off the boat.
Yep. You see one reaches up, or they each reach up on their separate boat. They have, look like what they call gaff hooks. Or no, not a gaff hook. I'm thinking of
bill hook?
A shepherd hook. Where they reach up and grab a hold of this clothesline and kind of pull the boat along. It's less paddling and more pulling. It is very foggy, very dark. Can't make out, like I said, more than like 15 feet in front of you, and all you guys can see ahead of you is the fog kind of parting as you guys slowly move your way along. You hear splashes in the distance. You hear regular frogs croaking somewhere. Every so often you hear a big splash and a sound of, well, something probably meeting its end. You make it further out, and through the fog, you can see some kind of thatch roof structure peeking out in the distance. And that is where we go to a new map. Yay, finally, we made it to a different map.
We made it!
Yeah!
While on the boat, Moist Milk's trying to look confident, but she's holding on to Freddie's hand and she's holding on to Sarah's hand, and she's trying to be herself, but she's terrified.
Oh, looks like she collects underwear on this clothes. Huh? Yeah.
It's okay. You're okay. It's okay.
No.
Take some breaths. You're fine. That's it.
Are you okay?
That's it.
Moist Milk needed to breathe.
For a second there, I kind of just envisioned you doing that noise, but it wasn't coming from your mouth. It just came out of your nose.
I mean, it pretty much did.
So you guys should be able to see the map now. Can everybody see it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the level of detail.
Moly.
Hold on, I
Chef's
gotta
kiss.
zoom in because there's so much. Not the spinning toge thing, but
Chef's kiss.
on the tree.
You guys see the thatched roof structure just ahead of you. It sits quite high up out of the water.
This is awesome, Andy.
So-
Holy shit.
For anybody that's maybe seen the adventure or know it, I changed this up a little bit, just a wee bit. So it's not going to match up exactly. But you see structure that looks like it is sitting, let me see here, about 35 feet up above the lake. There are patches of solid ground here and there, but by and large, it's still just lake, swamp water. See trees and stumps sticking up out of it. So I think maybe there's some kind of semi-solid ground underneath the water here. The fog rolls around over top of the water, but you see the wooden walkways sticking up above. As you get closer here, the guards kind of usher you off. Please, we don't wish to stay in the area. I think that maybe you could, maybe find your own way back. We want to leave as soon as possible.
Oh no, so they're just leaving us here.
There. They don't want us there.
Is there any boats around? Any other skiffs?
You do not see anything here at the moment, no.
It'll be okay. She's not going to take any more from me. Promise.
Well, be safe. Ready, sir? Tries to kiss your hand.
Oh, thank you. She's gonna reach into her pocket real quick,
Oh?
just to hide the hand.
I like it. All right. So, ahead of you, you have the dock. The dock leads to somewhere underneath the hut, in which you take a second to look under it. The hut's standing up tall on, like, it looks like big, strong wooden legs or roots. They're keeping it up out of the water. And you see the little dock that you're standing on here heads out and goes to what looks like a spiral staircase of sorts. There's no railing. It looks old, ancient, even from where you're standing. And it looks like it leads up into the floor of the first level of the hut. Around, you see the dock or the wooden walkways kind of wrapping around the whole structure. There's odds and ends, crates, boxes, random tubs of things. You see mushrooms and moss growing on almost everything. And occasionally, throughout the map or throughout the area, you see lanterns or little lights, maybe some little will-o'-the-wisps glowing around.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I love what she's done with the place.
Yeah, it's really moist.
Is that high praise or? It's hard to tell with you sometimes.
I don't know.
And she tightens her hand on Freddie.
So strong. Okay.
Oh boy. This a bit spoopy, eh? It's a spoopy.
Bit spooky.
Yes.
It's a spoopy, eh? He's channeling his inner Canadian.
Yeah.
Where's Grim?
I did that just for Grim. I don't know if he's still here right now.
He's
but-
probably playing tonight. I think he's over on Goblin Tuesdays, Tyranny of
Oh
Dragons
yeah,
tonight.
Tyranny of Dragons. Yeah.
Ooh.
He'll hear it later, probably.
He will. Maybe he'll get a smile of it tomorrow. I think he usually listens the next day.
We love you, Grim.
Did we see any movement of any kind besides possibly the will-o'-wisp?
So what look like the will-o'-wisps, they're just kind of bobbing around in spot around. Maybe some of the like lanterns that are around, it looks like maybe they house either little bugs or some of the will-o'-wisps, but nothing seems like it's coming towards you. There doesn't look like there's anything other than the wisp moving around in here. You hear like the bubbling of some kind of muck down below. But by and large, outside of the fog, don't see much moving here.
Do we hear? Well, Mozzarella wouldn't hear anything, so that's not useful for me.
Moz hears nothing.
Nothing.
Is
What
there-
does it smell like here?
It smells like swamp rot and decay.
Ass.
Okay.
Swamp ass, yes.
It smells like swamp ass here.
Is there a front door?
You
that we can see?
don't see a front door. What you do see up above this walkway over here, you see a balcony overhanging.
Ah. Well, there's got to be some way into this place.
Oh, you saw one way. It's the spiral staircase leading up.
Yeah.
Ah. The spiral staircase. Well, let's not all rush forward at once.
Should we try to
God.
sneak in, or are we just gonna knock on the front door and?
We could sneak in. Sure.
Or is it worse if we sneak? I don't know.
I think I'd rather knock and face the opponent. I mean, friend. In a civilized manner.
Well,
Is there any
maybe
of
we
those-
put twins.
Are there any of those Lornlings keeping an eye on us while we're here? I know that she already knows we're here, but I just want to keep an eye out for those little guys too.
Go ahead and roll. See if you can find them.
And what did Maz say?
Oh, he just said, you never know. You could be friends. Maybe she'll be friends. Mozzarella just kind of
sweet.
assumes that everybody could be friends.
Sweet, innocent little man.
Until one day Moz loses his head to someone he thought was a friend. What?
No,
Just kidding. Calm down, chat.
no.
I'm just kidding.
The chat just rages. Rev kicks down the door, dragging cat.
I just. No, it doesn't look like there's anything around, Albie, except like, you would know that it would be pretty hard to see anything in here, especially something that small with all the fog hanging around and kind of the dancing shadows from the will-o-wisps and lanterns and lights that are flickering around. But you don't actually see any of them.
No Lordlings around, so at least there's a little bit of comfort knowing that.
Yep. Okay. And we're walking. And we're walking.
We're going up the stairs.
How about Miss
God.
Buck?
These
Oh,
over here,
God.
where you guys are at, is not stairs. This is just like a wooden walkway all the way around. It's the same level. The stairs, the spiral staircase that I mentioned, is directly underneath the middle of it.
Oh, so I thought it was going around.
No, the
Okay.
the main walkway that you guys are, 4 of you are on right now, that's leading to the stairs up underneath this. And who else is over there? That's Albert. You would see as you get closer to the stairs and kind of, it looks like it kind of wraps around a little bit. You see behind the stairs there is a vertical like stone column that looks like. Actually, yeah, it kind of looks like it might be one of those wells that you guys have come across before. It looks like it's extending straight up into the structure.
Ooh.
Mm.
So she does something for the water. Okay. Shall we all go inside?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Or look for a door.
Or maybe one of those bell things? Ring the bell?
Are there windows, by the way, on this?
Yeah, you'd see windows on. When you look up, you notice it looks like it's at least 2 stories tall, maybe 3, like 3 levels worth of building in here. And you see like the random, like broken shutter of a window here and there.
So nothing you can really look into or anything, I'm guessing.
Could possibly look in. Yeah. If you could get up to them, it looks like you could. But remember, it's
Okay.
35 feet high.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess, guess we go in?
Let's do it.
Everybody going for the stairs?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
I think it's this way, guys. This way.
Do we want to sneak in? Like Lev said? Wait, no.
How do we? I'm not sure how to sneak in yet.
Fair point.
I think she knows we're here and coming. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that also.
Apologies. My little rogue self is peeking out.
You're on cute little Freddy the Warlock.
I know. So
That isn't to say that-
though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say that other characters can't sneak.
Freddy.
I'm coming.
Thank you.
Right here.
She takes your hand. Her comfort owl.
Mom's calling.
Mom is called. Oh boy.
All right, so everybody's heading up to the spiral staircase then, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Why do you
Yep.
sound so...
Seems that way.
Okay.
Seems like that's what we're doing.
This old, like,
Oh.
rickety stone staircase leading up. There, again, no railing. Just wraps around itself as it's leading up into what looks like a trap door in the first floor.
Albert
Every
will
s-
push open the trap door and peek one eye through.
Okay. God damn it, that's the wrong screen. You
Large
see,
monocle eye.
Yeah.
you would see the you see a wall immediately to the south as you peek in. Just ahead. Actually, one second.
Oh, that's just a wall. Let's go.
Sorry. I tried to mute, and I think
No.
I failed miserably.
Oh no. No creepy music.
Creepy music's been on this whole time.
I don't hear the creepy pee-pee.
I just heard the music. Swell. That's
Yep.
not good.
The voice is
Oh.
funny. That's funny because it's not me. It's just the track playing.
I need to restart my Syrinscape.
So we are going to go over here. That's the wrong screen. We're going to go over here, grab these tokens.
Ooh.
We are going to go to the next map.
I'm loving
So many
music.
maps.
Andrew,
We're
the
getting
music.
spoiled for maps tonight.
I've had the other one for a good long time. This one, the one that you guys are seeing today, this one's going to just be getting finished, or was just finished, rather, sorry.
Map, 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 map,
Albert.
M-A-P-P-P-P-P.
Albert, peeking in here.
Map.
map, map, map.
Hang on. Albert, peeking in here. You can see in, right?
Yes.
All right. You can describe to them what you see.
Oh, I see a well, a lily pad, and a pool. Is that a pool?
Does it?
A swimming pool.
It's bad.
What else do I see? I don't think anyone's home.
They're always home.
I slowly and softly open the hatch.
Mhm.
And then I hop inside.
Okay. Who's following Albert?
Oh, you mean like directly behind him?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is followed? Is there anybody that wants to?
I can't tell what order we're in. I've
I
got
would
Freddy's
follow my
hand, that's
brother.
all I know.
Albie?
I would follow
Black
Albert.
screen.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's
only
fish.
see a black screen.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and there's a bunch of jars in here. Jars and bowls. This is it's like a little craft shop with the
Jaws and bowels?
I was waiting for
With Milk
This is-
Titans on Freddy's hand.
jars and bowls.
No, I know what you said, but
Okay.
Moist Milk doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what Albie said.
Who's next up?
Let's go and see what they're talking about, okay? Please stop crushing my hand.
I
Sorry. She loosens up You bit.
Who's the next one up?
I guess. Are
Uh,
you
mo-
two going in next?
Miss Milk and myself.
E.
Whoa!
Ready?
Yes.
Moist mouth.
Oh,
You guys are here.
Come on in.
Who's after Freddy and Moist Mouth?
I guess I'll go.
That's the wrong. Oh god,
This
that was a
map is
special
so
fail.
cool. Andy, this map is beautiful. I love it.
I have fun making
Moist
it.
Milk hates it, but I love it.
I never want to place moss ever again in a map, but I had fun making it. And then Sarah's bringing up the rear.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, there's many doors and windows here.
So, in this room, you see a recessed
What?
pool lined with
I
moldy
still
clay
got a black
tiles.
screen.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Liv.
Don't forget the bar.
Yavana.
I said bringing up the rear, and you
I just walk and leave.
She's like, well, F this.
guys come back out, and there's just a pile of dead marrows outside. She's just been killing time by killing marrow.
We find her back at
Oh my gosh,
the
you're so much
at the
cooler.
cauldron.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lev. I'm sorry. Forgive me. So yeah, you guys see a recessed pool lined with moldy clay tiles, which takes up most of the large square room. Stagnant water fills the depression to a depth of 1 foot. Rising from the pool center is the head of a stone well that gives off an unpleasant, pungent odor. In one corner of the room, you guys see a tall, dirty, freestanding mirror in an oval frame. This is the corner of the pool. Sorry, not room. So
A mirror, huh?
there's a mirror.
Oh.
Freestanding mirror in an oval frame, and floating on the water is a large lily pad. Creaky wooden floorboards are arranged in a 10-foot wide raised walkway around the pool. This walkway is crowded with shelves, tables, and stools in all shapes and styles. Almost every available surface is littered with stacks of dirty plates, scraps of food, and old junk. Dressing dummies are pushed together in one corner, and a wooden staircase spirals up from another corner. You see 5 closed doors leading from the room.
Guys, it smells real bad in here.
It looks real bad in here.
Is there anything on the ceiling currently?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh God.
The ceiling here looks like it's 10 feet up. Nothing on
And
the
I am
ceiling
not
at all.
rolling well tonight.
Oh no.
Why doth I not see Sarah?
Because you're on top of her.
Oh,
She's trying to get up the stairs and you won't let her through.
Oh, hey, Queen!
Hey, thanks for moving.
Sorry.
actually, weirdly enough, I don't see Moist Milk's token. I might have to refresh.
There.
My founder's real weird tonight.
Milky ghost.
I think it's your computer. It's struggling to keep up with things.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys do? There's just a bunch of junk in this room. Bunch of clutter. The half-eaten food's kind of spilled out all over the place. You see moss and mold like creeping in through the walls.
And there's
Is there any-
doors.
Is there any noises coming from behind any of the doors?
Nope, just creaking. The main thing you guys hear is just the creaking of all this old wood in here.
Albert's
There's a
totally
junk
gonna
in here.
hop up on that table or crate and start eating that fish, that leftover fish.
Oh, that is leftover an old nasty fish, but you can have it if you want.
Yeah, Albert loves fish.
Okay. Go ahead and eat it. Throw me a Constitution save. Someone was just clicking over this way. Who was that?
Oh, I was just saying, I saw it. I see a door here. 'Cause
Okay.
I just noticed it.
Yep.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Oh!
That
You gotta
fish
learn
tastes a
Albert's.
little bit off, but
Daddy,
you're okay.
daddy! Fatty nerdy.
Albert, it might not be a good idea to eat other people's food.
Oh, it's just leftovers. It's okay.
See, a lot of the leftovers here have definitely started rotting and going bad.
Moist Milk is using her bagpipe to scratch her butt.
This place is disgusting. What you see over there, Maz?
Just a lot of gross stuff. Does he see anything in particular that's interesting? Or is it just all garbage?
A bunch of smashed pots and plates and jars and things. Nothing in particular that really catches Maz's eye.
It looks like all garbage. No anything? Just junk. Do we go to a door? Should we try a door?
Moist Milk looks at Lavana.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to open it, I guess.
Be careful, baby!
All right.
Oh.
So you open the door. This is the door out to the balcony.
There's
A balcony? Is it?
There's little
You
froggies.
see, out on this balcony, there are not nearly enough tokens on this. You see hundreds of small frogs lining nearly every inch of this balcony.
Oh, that's so sad.
Lev closes the door slowly.
Why is it sad?
I don't want to
They're
disturb them.
neglected babies.
We just get swarmed with frogs.
Yeah.
The animal rehabber in me is like, save the children.
They weren't in
She's a
danger.
hoarder.
I know, but Andy, you said babies.
Hundreds of small frogs. I'm just reinforcing the idea that they are not the giant ones that you guys have come across. These are regular frogs just chilling here.
I'm just emotional.
I don't think that was the right door. I'll try this one.
Which one?
This one on the right.
Okay.
Whoops, I accidentally closed it.
Slammed up.
Sorry about that. Not that door.
Using some of her bard magic to just slam doors in your face. I was looking for something. There we go. Yeah, so the balcony was a 10-foot wide balcony that runs the length of the cottage, covered end to end with living frogs. At each end of the balcony, attached to one corner of the cottage, just beyond easy reach, is a clothesline draped in patchwork garments. That would be the clotheslines that you guys came in on.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
And in this room, Lev, you find one mimic.
You find one mimic?
Nope, I wouldn't tell you. I mean,
It's
Lev,
not very good at disguising itself.
No.
The door is
It's
the mimic.
just sitting there
It's one
waiting.
mimic, but it's currently putting on its costume.
yeah.
Catch a mid-change, like,
I'm not ready yet. Get out. You see,
It's not what it looks like.
What I told you about coming into my room.
it's just a human man in a mimic costume putting on a piece of furniture as a costume.
she closes the door again.
I'm dangerous.
Just thinking about the Dark Souls mimic.
What you actually see is a large cupboard that stands alone in the dark room. You find scrollwork frames, or small scrollwork frames the cupboard's two doors, which are bridged by a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a silver hourglass sigil.
Oh. This might be important. I'm gonna stick my head in there.
Come on, Miss Milk, we gotta go.
Again, in this room,
Okay.
it's being overtaken by moss and mold, and everything is freaky and gross in here.
So it's a chest that has a hourglass symbol on it, or a cabinet. I mean?
Like a big cupboard.
Can I keep an eye on the water just to make sure there's no ripples coming from an area that's not from Albert?
Yep.
Alrighty.
So with that in a second, Albert.
Yeah.
Over here, your lily pad, it seems surprisingly solid.
Oh, no jiggle.
Oh,
Just the slightest jiggle as you land on it. Just a little bit of a wave.
He just starts slapping his feet on it to get a feel for it.
Yeah, seems like surprisingly solid. You bounced around on some of the other ones out in Murky Lake, and those had the more like expected, when weight was on them, they kind of half collapsed, and this one though is supporting your weight. It's not caving in at all.
How unusual.
I love the texture on that lily pad, by the way.
Yeah. Dungeon Alchemist is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you doing anything over there, Albert?
No, just slapping his feet on there, and I think he's gonna fly off because.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you could see down to the bottom of that. It's just moss covered, like kind of grimy, slimy. Albie, Sarah.
You said it was. Oh, sorry. You said it was like a foot deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It looks deeper because Dungeon Alchemist wouldn't let me control the depth of this thing. So it looks real deep, especially with those stairs. It's not that deep. But it looks cool.
Just keeping an eye out for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's on high alert out there. Then in here, what's this crew doing?
Does the cabinet look locked?
does it look cursed?
Not sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's not like an actual lock on it, like a padlock or anything.
Do I feel any vibes from it?
You, Howard? What do you mean, like magical vibes?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Diddling for vibes.
Diddling for vibes. She's doing her diddling for
Diddle,
magic.
diddle, diddle. Her magic diddle, 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 diddle.
It's the cupboard isn't giving off any magic vibes.
Do we touch it?
Should we get Albie to do the other kind of vibes? Trap vibes.
Trap vibes? Oh,
Albie, stick your head in here. Tell me they're trapped.
Hey.
Sure
Albie, they
thing.
need you.
Oh, okay.
They need you.
Okay, hold my post. Just make sure that. Oh, pardon me. And yeah. Oh, God. What do we have here?
All right, yeah. So you see the same fancy cupboard with a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a large silver hourglass sigil. So that's what you would see when you come in here. It's what they're pointing at when you walk in.
Ooh. Is it trapped, you think?
I don't know. May I inspect for traps?
Yeah. Go ahead and do an investigation on it.
And yeah. Wait, hold on. And I'm going to use my chat inspiration and put a d6 on top.
Okay.
Let me take that off.
All right, yeah, 17 total.
Oh, that's nice.
You don't see
There we
any
go.
traps. What you do notice is it is locked. It's definitely locked, and you're checking for traps. Like you kind of nudge the doors, and they're not loose. But you are able to figure out that that sigil can be manipulated.
Mm.
What?
The sigil itself looks
I-
like it can move.
Oh.
I shall point that out to the group, and I'll also tell them it's also locked, but I don't know if we should futz around with the sigil before the lock or whatnot. I don't know what type of tricks they have up their sleeves.
The sigil is the
skins
lock.
or whatever.
Yeah.
was
Oh,
about to
my bad.
ask that.
So I misunderstood. Forget what I said.
You're good.
I shall whip out my tools. I swear, thieves' tools. There we go. Don't jump ahead of me.
You do not need thieves' tools. This is more.
Chomps.
Oh.
This is more of.
It's a puzzle.
Oh no! A puzzle? A puzzle?
Yep.
You know those scare me. Why would you do such a thing?
Do we have a little picture thingy to go with it?
Oh,
Nope. You can tell that it rotates.
okay.
Albie, I have every confidence in you.
Okay. So, I shall. Does it just look like multiple rings, but I just have to align them up to make a certain figure then, or
Nope, not multiple rings. Just the sigil. It looks like it rotates.
Oh,
You just spin it.
Great. I shall. Oh, this is.
Anybody listening would think that I've put you guys through like some kind of absolute hell of a campaign previously or something. Like they're trembling.
It's our first hag, man.
We're not crazy, man. We're not crazy. Anyway, I shall put a. I haven't said in forever. I shall put a zygodactyl hand upon it and twist.
Okay.
Twisted.
Albie rotates the sigil, turns it upside down. You hear a small click, and both cupboard doors plop open.
Oh, that was actually pretty easy.
Also,
It's too
James,
easy.
you have advantage from the rave.
Yep, I
yeah.
added it.
Oh,
Oh.
that's good.
Wait, advantage or inspiration?
Advantage?
Oh yeah, I give you the wrong thing. Go ahead and change that up.
It's advantage.
You have both. You have both.
Oh wait, hold
wait,
on.
fuck.
Hold,
Shit, all right.
hold up. Rev gave inspiration.
Yes, and then
Thank you.
Ricky gave
Thank
moist
you, Rev.
milk advantage. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
Thank
okay.
you,
Okay.
Ricky. Thank you,
May you-
everyone.
May you forever be blessed by being moist. That
Oh,
came out so much worse.
that
Mm.
sounds. This has been a surprisingly lewd episode.
I'm wearing my moist shirt to work tomorrow. Thank you.
Because Daniel's here. I always think of the worst things when he's around.
It does kind of work out that way. All right. So the doors pop open. You can see the inside of the cupboard. Now, it's divided into 2 rows of small compartments, each one stuffed with pouches and other random miscellaneous small containers. One of the containers looks very familiar to you guys. In fact, it looks like a very tiny version of the cauldron that Lev was messing with for so long.
Oh.
Oh,
Does-
Tiny.
Does it have
wait.
soup? in it?
Does it have tiny little crab claw legs?
Nope, it looks like just the regular cauldron before the legs popped out of it.
Oh, well.
But is there soup in it?
Doesn't look like it, but it's also inside, so it's kind of hard to see.
I want to take it out and see if there's soup in it.
Take it out. Would Lev be tentative about touching the lid?
No.
Okay. That's absolutely fair.
Remember the
No.
thing. It's spittle spew.
She
It'll spew.
she just takes the lid off, and you see a little tiny scrap of paper in the cauldron.
Oh.
What?
I want to take it out and see what it is.
It says
I
spittle
like
spew
you.
on it.
Oh.
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 Well, I don't know what I expected, but I'll just put that back, I guess.
Lucky numbers and all that.
Is there nothing else in the cupboard? Just that?
No, there's more stuff. That was just the first thing that you guys were interested in.
Oh.
Anything akin to, I don't know, a set of hobgoblin thumbs by any chance?
No. I mean, what you do see are loose. Oh, here you go, Albert. Loose buttons of various shapes, colors, and materials. Stray
And
cutlery from all kinds of different sets and mismatch. You see some what look like unopened letters. You see some old, frayed, coiled up belts, pressed flowers, and loose, dried petals. A horseshoe. Feathers from various birds, and a chipped teacup.
Huh.
Ha.
From Beauty and the Beast.
It's Chip.
Yep. Oh my god.
Was she using the teacup? Never mind.
Teacup looks at you, eyes blinking. We're all gonna die here. Runs away.
Oh my god, a talking teacup!
Don't you know what you've gotten into?
You're in a Disney movie!
Yeah, what do we do with it? Do we take it? Do we leave it?
Realizing where we're at, I'm gonna shut the cupboard and I'm gonna look back at everybody being like, you know, I was excited about there being an inspection and a lock, but now I'm realizing she's probably watching us somehow. I don't know how, but she's got to be.
We were
We're
told
just
she never
kinda-
leaves her house. And she's not here.
Oh,
So she's gotta be either in one of the other rooms, or I'm about to fill my pants.
Gross. Brother.
I have no regrets about what I just said.
At least do it in the
It's
water.
the truth.
You're in
Do
good
it in the
company.
water.
Actually, I'll open it back up and kind of look at the letters. Are they? You said they were unopened? Or
Yep,
are
it
they
looks like a
open?
bunch of unopened letters.
Do they say to anybody by any chance?
Oh, they
Like
all
this.
say just a variety of different names, none of which you would recognize. These look like they've been old. Or they've been old. It looks like these have been here a long time, that they are old.
Her old junk mail. Is Bavlorna a hoarder? She's got like hundreds of frogs and old mail and
It sounds like she might have
Rotten
just
food.
taken someone's mail, maybe.
Can I open
That's
one? Just to
illegal.
see?
The Fey Express.
it's a fey felony.
Phelan.
Ah.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Albert's looking through the belts. Is there any really small ones?
Yeah, I'll say there's a small belt in there.
Cool. He's just pecking around at the belts and finds a small one. That's this. Oh, this one's very good. And he'll just wrap it around himself with the scarves and the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
And then he'll put down a button in its place.
Okay.
Music is not helping me.
Yeah.
Good. Albie, what were
I
you doing with the
know.
mail?
I don't know how many you said there were, but I don't know.
It just,
You know
it
what?
looks like a pretty decent sized stack of these letters.
I will pull out my tater sack that used to have a potato.
Mhm.
And I will... Oh, God. This is really ballsy. I'm gonna grab the mail and start putting it in the sack, because he's just curious about what all they say. And he's heard about mail fraud back in the old cities, but he's like, what does a witch want with mail? That's weird. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and add the mail, the like stack of mail from Bavlorna's cottage to your inventory.
And I will follow suit to how Albert did, and I will put in place of the mail one dagger as a letter opener, ironically, but you know,
I heard the pain
But
in your
being like-
voice as you gave up that one dagger.
nah.
Not your +1 dagger.
No! You're crazy! One of the regular daggers. You cray.
Okay.
You
Lev.
so cry.
Are you taking the little cauldron, or are you leaving that behind?
Oh no, I put it back.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything else in here?
Nope, I'm not going to.
Okay.
Nothing seemed super interesting to Moz.
Maybe take the horseshoe. We might need all the luck we can get.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the horseshoe.
Oh yeah, you know what?
For-
Level take the horseshoe. Kind
Gonna be
Give it
stealing
to-
stuff. Might as well.
Give it to Diana.
Oh,
Oh, I'm a terrible
Oh.
person. I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Can't believe
Wait, Lev.
everybody
Lev,
booed
you
this
cannot
lady in the
take
chat.
that.
Huh?
You have to
Why
put
not?
something in its place.
Oh.
That way, otherwise it's stealing.
She kind of pauses and looks at
Like-
Albert real slowly, like, all right. I don't actually know what I have on me.
Yeah, Lev would get the idea that Albert is like maybe half right in this. That taking something is definitely stealing. Just putting some random thing back that you decided to leave, maybe he's not going to cover the cost or like make it just magically okay.
But it does. It's
I'll
trading
put
now.
the pixie-sized coat that I have.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll just lay it neatly on in place.
Oh yeah, because you didn't give it to Sir Talavar, huh?
No.
Calavar pimp coat.
Yep. You kind of want to
Could've
see
just-
Sir Talavar in like a puff jacket.
Oh man.
Oh no, like a trench coat, puff jacket with nothing underneath it.
Oh, jeez.
Now I gotta draw that, even though I hate him.
Sarah, are you still back there keeping watch?
Yeah, I don't trust the water.
Nothing has moved with the water. It's now that Albert hopped away, it is like perfectly still.
Nothing yet, you mean?
Nothing yet. Maz?
There was such pointed wording in that.
Maz, what are you up to?
He's just looking around, seeing if there's anything interesting to look at, considering opening this door. Does this door just look like the rest of them?
Yep, just old, shitty wood door.
Well, I guess the others were okay to open. You're just gonna carefully open this door.
Oh God, he won't hear if there's something there.
He's gonna peek his little head in.
Oh, I have to reload.
What happened?
I have to reload mine.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. All right, so you peek your head
It won't
in.
handle all the dice.
There's really, sorry for the white screen. There's really nothing much in here except a set of stairs.
Oh.
Going up or down?
Going up, sorry.
No, up. Oh, it's the stairs to go up.
You see a
To the
flight of
second
stairs
floor?
that runs along the outside wall of the cottage, with wooden doors at the top and bottom of it. A rickety railing hangs to one side of the staircase. You can see out through the windows in this area here, the foggy lake outside. You do hear a steady droning sound coming from one corner near the door at the top. Oh, the stream is hung up. Sorry, guys.
Like
What happened?
The stream view.
buzz.
Oh, is it not loading?
Weird. It was working
Um.
really good all night for us, and now it's being a wiener.
Why must it be this way?
Might actually
Why
be a
does
foundry
this
issue.
happen to me?
Matthew
Come
turned it
on.
into a musical.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what? In the meantime, I'll just take you guys over here. There we go. All right. So Maz, that's what you see.
He wouldn't hear the droning noise, so he's just gonna come out.
It looks like it's just stairs that go up. I don't know if we want to go up yet, but that's what it do.
Maybe not just yet.
Moss has no idea how squeaky high my voice was.
No.
Nope.
There's
And nobody
nothing
else hears that droning from here, I'm assuming.
Wouldn't hear it unless you were in that hallway.
Gotcha.
Do we try the next door? This one?
Yes. Might as well.
Maz, in here, you see scraps of cloth and bundles of yarn piled high throughout this room.
Oh.
Yarn. Oh, sorry, I was yawning.
You said yawn out loud.
I was trying to say yarn,
Oh,
but I yawned while saying yarn. I'm sorry.
Yarn!
okay. So yeah, you find the scraps of cloth, bundles of yarn. If Maz was to dig around a little bit, or Albie, who seems to have run in,
Albert.
you would you'd find. Let's see. Find first like some weirdly cut clothing in here, which looks like it's been like cut and sewn from multiple different pieces of fabrics. They don't match. Very oddly shaped. You'd also find two foot tall looking like pin cushions that look like they were sewn into humanoid shapes. You see one mounted on a tiny wooden rocking horse, and the other one has a pair of wooden wings.
Wooden wings.
What?
Are they like... I'm confused. Are they like little dolls?
Kind of. They're specifically pin cushions.
So
Like,
they're
this is a
giant
fabric
pin
closet.
cushions. Also, Foundry isn't loading for me anymore either. I'm getting the same thing.
I'm wondering if Foundry pooped out on us. It's still working on my screen for now. We'll see how it goes.
Is Bavlorna a doll maker? Does she make clap?
Clap.
Clapper
Did she
claw.
make the clap?
She make the clap and she's giving it to you.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
And we haven't seen. I've been trying to keep track of the stuff we were looking for people, and I don't think we've seen anything yet.
No thumbs.
No thumbs.
No heart.
No heart or the antler thing.
The head.
there's the door across the pool, and then there's upstairs.
What is that? What that?
That's the mirror.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the mirror in the pool. Lev and Maz, you guys are actually next to
Looks like a bunch of hats.
a bunch of dummies. A bunch of dressing dummies, like mannequins. You see 7 humanoid-shaped dressing dummies all in the corner, kind of laid out over here. You see 4 roughly your size, Lev, give or take a bit, and 3 of them are smaller size, closer to the owls and Maz. See 6 of them have that weird like piecemeal stitching, the kind of hacked together cloth clothing here. The other one is bare, except for an ugly black pointed hat.
You said 3 of them are like my size, and 4 of them are small.
4 are your size, Lev. 3 are small.
Oh,
Andy. I'm scared.
I can't get Foundry to load, so I can't do anything.
I think it might be having a bit of a shit.
It's having a bit of a shit.
You can look at the stream if you need.
I am. I'm attempting to.
Okay.
I don't know if I want any of the cloth or anything. Does anybody have a use for any of that cloth or whatevs?
I've
That
got a
guy's
use.
in another campaign.
I've got a use for a piece of yarn.
All right. You can take some yarn.
I'll take like the prettiest piece of yarn I see.
Okay.
Albert's just the one that stays at a fancy hotel. When they leave, they have more luggage than when they came in.
All of the
They
pillows.
expect you to take it.
Yeah, all the pillows are gone.
What? The towels are free.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Do we want to go upstairs? Do we want to check out the last door? Oh, God.
Probably
That's
check
door.
the last door. I
Yep.
can't get to it
Door.
right now, but
Door.
Okay.
someone else can check it out, maybe.
Door.
You can't move yourself
I
at all
won't
right now,
open
Moss.
it.
It's giving me the same thing your stream view was getting.
Okay.
Well,
You can tell
So
me
I
where you
can't-
want to move, and I'll move you around.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I started lagging and then I had to refresh because it just stopped.
I got that moist lag.
I'm bringing you
I
back.
don't like how you said that.
Sarah, where do you want to go? I'll move you over there. I just paused it so they didn't go barging in there.
Yeah, I was just gonna move to here.
Okay.
Sorry, Andy. I thought I was just trying to move things along. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good.
I thought they were hung up.
There you go. Well, I stopped you for a specific reason. Albert, in this room, you see a deer head leering back at you with glossy eyes.
Oh,
A deer head. Calm yourselves. Not what you think it is.
My arms are
it's not a
flailing.
deer skull,
Lips
it's a
drawn
deer
back from pointed yellow teeth. The head is affixed to a large, 8-limbed armature made of wicker and wire, situated so that it faces the doorway where you entered. Near it is a wooden crate. Immediately upon opening the door, Albert, you can tell that the flies buzzing about this room. They're plentiful. You're hit in the face with a nasty odor of old rotting meat, specifically. You see the flies kind of swarm around, occasionally landing on an animal carcass. They're strewn in small piles. On a low table rests an assortment of tools: saws, knives, scrapers, a hand-cranked drill, sewing thread and needles, and owls, AWLS, around several taxidermic subjects in various stages of completion. A shelf that looks on the verge of collapse leans against the wall between the two windows and bears the weight of dozens of stuffed horrors. Each one is an artless combination of 2 or more animals.
Oh, she's an artist.
I'm concerned. I
Did you
think
say art? He's gonna run over thinking it's like drawing.
Wait,
Yes,
how
that's a
is
dummy.
Boss able to move when the game is paused?
Is it paused right now? It wasn't for me.
Wow.
I got it.
It's on pause now. Go ahead and move, Moz.
That
Found
that
it all
was
kinds of
odd.
weird.
Yeah, Foundry is losing its shit at the moment.
He's gonna peek in, expecting art, like, drawings and paintings. Oh, this oh no, this I'm uncomfortable. He's gonna back away from the door.
Oh, we found Clapper's head in there.
Is that really his head? Is that the right one?
I don't know.
This looks like a full-size deer head. It does not look like it would fit on Clapperclaw's body.
Perhaps not. Too big.
All right, I think it's back.
Yeah, it's working for me now. I mean, I guess it ignored your paused game, but
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna bounce this around real fast. There we go.
It's spoopy in there, but I don't know. Maybe we want to see.
I don't think I want you.
Yeah, it's gross in there. I don't know. No, I'm good.
We got that room up.
Albert closes the
I
door.
can smell that room from here.
Sorry.
Got a lot of hobbies. I don't know.
Yeah, Albert's gonna wash his hands in the water
Okay.
after touching that door.
the gross water. Gross water.
See, I had a handout in screwing up, so I can't pass the handout out. It was the the creature thing staring at you guys when you open the door.
Oh.
I can't get it to load, so
You said it had 8 legs
yeah.
or 8 limbs.
Yep, it was one of the things that I was telling you about ahead of time that broke on me, trying to use the customized assets. It was fun.
You can share it in Discord. Hey, viewers, come join our Discord where we get moist.
Or you can see the horror that he's describing right now. And
Yep.
you can post it in Discord.
And chat with us. Yee.
Yee. And post arts. There's
Yes.
lots of posting the good artses.
And what you're making and what you're doing.
Even if it's bad artses. I like the bad artses as much as the good artses.
Yee.
Anybody want to look at that mirror?
Not really.
I'm staring at Maz right now.
Moist milk.
Huh.
Well, where's your real legs? Who has your real legs?
I don't know.
Do you think Bavlorna has your real legs?
I mean, I guess that would be nice, but I really don't know.
Freddy's like, why is Maz getting more information?
No, I completely understand the reason why. Freddy is too afraid to notice. I know exactly what you're doing. You troll.
I love you, Matthew.
All right, checking out the mirror.
You're checking out the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to stand on the edge of the well.
All right.
And, so I'm not standing in the water. I don't want to get wet.
Gotcha.
Just imagine something bursting out of the mirror and knocking him down into the well.
First,
Imagination.
yeah.
So it looks like a freestanding mirror, fairly fancy. See. I'm checking to see if there's anything here. Yeah, it just looks like a very fancy freestanding mirror that is just sitting in the pool here.
Okay.
You guys, or Albert, you would hear like a weird gurgling coming from the well.
Oh shit!
He immediately runs. It's just nothing there is happening though. Like some bubbles escape up through it occasionally.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of him being in this place.
Yeah, it's fair.
Is she in the well?
Who knows?
Can we dump water in it to find out?
I'm melting! What a world! I'm a little scared. Frick it.
What's wrong?
I will fly over and peer into the well.
Ooh.
Freddy.
Freddy!
Alfred.
You're into the well. Just a stone well, like you saw coming up. The stones here match what you saw from down below. So Freddy, just a general intelligence check here, Freddy.
I don't want to, though. That's my best roll tonight.
It really is. So the well is full almost to the brim, but it looks like the outer part of the well, like the top part, looks completely dry. You would be fairly easy to ascertain here that this well is probably what fills up this pool, and it doesn't look like anything has come out of the well. in fact, while you're sitting in here on the well, you can see that the pool looks like it probably has about 2 more feet or so before it would look like it was full. It looks like it's at a low point, and you can see like inside this, like you can see the ring of like scum and algae where the water normally rests, about 2 feet higher, and that would put it about a few inches below the top of the well.
Okay, I'm going away now.
Oh, perhaps we should fill it up.
I can if you want.
Yeah, give her a little top off.
Can I take the lily pad and like use my staff to row myself over to the I don't want to touch the water, it's gross.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Lev the full-grown human's afraid of the foot-deep water here.
Well, it's nasty. I don't want to get my shoes in that.
Yeah.
She says this after marching through the swamp for days. But yeah,
Somehow worse.
This is like hag water.
I motored her
Hag
a
water
boat.
doesn't come out of your clothes, man.
I motorboated her across the swamps.
Oh,
phrasing.
that sounds so bad.
Lev, you go over there, push the lily pad over. I can't move it because it's actually a part of the map. It's not a token.
It's okay. I'll just pretend.
Yeah. But you are on the lily pad. You go over there and like you could prop yourself up on the ring of the well. Like it's 10 foot around, so it's pretty good size.
Okay. I'm gonna take out the decanter and uncork it, and I'll say geyser and shoot it down into the
The use of geyser, with the what happened with the other wells where you kind of shot the water down in there, you could see the water fill up. This one was almost already completely full. Water just sprays out at you. It hits the top of the well water that was already in there, stagnant, nasty water, and just sprays all over the place. Almost immediately, Lev, the water that hits you starts itching. Doesn't do any more than itch, but it itches.
Itchy water?
If you were to keep holding your decanter, the water just pours out. It's not really going into the well so much as it's just kind of flooding into the pool now. You do notice while you're doing this that a handful of bubbles rise up through this. But that's it. It doesn't seem like there's any water going down or anything coming up outside of what your decanter is doing.
Where's the bubbles coming from?
The well.
Oh, Beanie, I'm scared for you. I'm flapping my arms. I'm scared too.
I'm gonna cork it and be annoyed that I sprayed water all over myself.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, well, this one's out of order.
Out of order.
Out of order sign on it.
Albert will fly over and blow dry you off with his cantrip gust.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
blowing majestically in the breeze.
Yeah.
Lavana is our new well master now.
She is.
Yeah.
I know everything about them. Like when they're full and when they're empty. This one's full.
Oh, an expert.
Yeah. I'm getting out of this water. I'm gonna take my little head back out of here.
So, as you go to leave this water, the gurgling from that well intensifies. You can hear the bubbling. The water actually starts sloshing. You've capped your decanter. It's not you doing this. You hear a bunch of bubbling and gurgling, and when you go to walk away, go ahead and make me a Dex saving throw, please.
Okay. Guys, I fixed it.
Fixed it.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You have advantage.
You do,
Oh, that's
if you
a
want
good
to
point.
spend.
I would like to spend it.
Okay.
Please.
The beating grunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Lev, you feel something grip your shoe, like wrap around your shoe, or your boot rather, as you're going to step back on the lily pad and get away. And that sudden, like, something grasping your boot kind of spurns you to paddle real quick away from it. You're able to get away, and you guys all see a very cylindrically large shape come up from this well. Almost translucent in nature. It comes out in a big, long tube.
Oh, it's a cube, but it's a cylinder.
It's a gelatinous cylinder.
A gelatinous cylinder?
Yep.
The Jacob cube.
The J cube.
The J cube. I mean cylinder.
We will get to this fight next week. As we've gone over, but I'm excited for you guys to get here. Very excited for you guys to get here finally.
Andy.
I didn't know gelatinous cubes could be cylinders.
The cube.
The cube.
Gelatinous goo.
Hey, Jube.
Yeah. So, chat, David, Daniel, Bucked, Ricky, all you guys, everybody that's been in chat tonight, thank you guys so much for hanging out. As usual,
Love
I
y'all.
appreciate the hell out of all you guys. We're here. We're in the Hag's Hut. I'm going to have fun with them. I had fun making this. Use some of the new tools available to me. Like you guys can see, first floor, second floor, it's all labels in here now. Much easier to build things with that trace layer. Again, one more time, Lady Mistella, if you want to throw a shout out for Heptaria for making the cool dice that I barely got to roll today, unfortunately. We'll get there next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a whole pile of them real quick, just so everybody can see them, because I think they look super cool.
Yes.
Make sure you go check her out.
Yeah.
She made these on stream, actually. You guys can see her make more dice on stream. She does art streams. She's been playing Last of Us on the weekends. She has never played The Last of Us before, so it's kind of a treat watching somebody that's never experienced it go through that. Also the trauma.
Love you, lady.
She's having a rough go of it with the more traumatic parts of that game, which there's plenty.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is very good. It's very sad though. It hits hard. I think David with the tokens as usual. Thank you, especially for that super fast custom Snoodle token. I love that thing.
Yes,
it's amazing.
That was amazing.
Thank you for that.
Sir North.
Tomorrow, guys. We will not be playing Baldur's Gate on stream as I am hanging out with Buddy for his birthday. He is running Deadlands Hell on Earth. And I'm playing in their game tomorrow. So if you want to check that out, head on over to Rebel Aviator's channel.
Oh, you had it. Whoops.
Did it work? Yeah, there it goes.
It did, yeah.
Head on over to Rebel Aviator's channel at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. We're doing a one-shot over there. We're going to see how that goes. I've never played that system before. It's a bunch of DMs. It's let's see if I can remember everybody. I think there's 5 of us. So it's Rebels DMing, myself, Grim Quest, Grim Beard, Goblin Tuesday, and Xanthos, I believe, are the ones playing in that. And I deeply apologize if I forgot anybody.
That's amazing.
Yeah, none of us have played it. It's going to be fun. And if you don't know what Deadlands Hell on Earth is, think of Fallout, Fallout and Mad Max, with a whole bunch of sick radiation humor, and it's very brutal. The setting for it is very, very interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to think. Trying to remember if there's other stuff going on. There's always a lot of stuff going on. My brain is forgetting things. I think.
Well, there's this.
Don't.
Matthew.
Oh my gosh.
Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Matthew.
You know, it seems like it because he does this all the time, but this is not a pay-to-play game.
It is for Matthew.
It is for Matthew.
I just want to reward the map work. It's so cool.
I appreciate it. It's unnecessary, but I do appreciate it.
I had to pay to be moist milk. I'm just kidding. I'm totally lying.
Just an under the table thing. Like, all right, here's 5 glasses of milk. Please let me continue playing.
If you haven't gone over and watched anything yet, make sure you go check out GrimQuest as well. He was here earlier.
Yes.
He's playing tonight in Goblin Tuesday's Tyranny of Dragons campaign.
Yeah.
I play in his campaign every other Monday on GrimQuest channel. I get to play a cracked out gunslinger named, or kobold gunslinger named Frack. And I have a lot of fun with that group. We're
Eee.
started a cult last week, or this week,
Nice.
last session. So we'll be playing again. Actually, we're not playing again until October because of schedule. The later half of October. We've got. I'm trying to think of everybody else. I'm sorry. I'm kind of blabbering through some things. I think that's it. I think. Go check out Goblin Tuesdays. We're not going to raid out to them because I see somebody on that I don't get to raid very often. So I'm absolutely going to go raid them. We're going to go raid Rev tonight. I never get to raid Rev.
Space Daddy.
The Space Daddy himself, Cosmos Papa. Nuxter. Go to bed, Nuxter.
Nuxter.
Thank you for staying up and watching us, but also go to bed.
Nooksties, I love you. Go to bed, bestie.
She yells at me every time I tell her to go to bed. She stays up super late. She's 7 hours ahead of us. She's overseas.
Oh no!
But
Oh my god. 4 in the morning?
5?
5? Is it 5?
Yeah.
I can't
think. I
math.
think it's over 5.
That's like time to wake up.
Yeah. Some of us just went to bed not that long ago. But yeah, we're gonna go hang out with Rev.
He
Hi
rated
to him.
us earlier, so
He
it's
did.
like
Yeah.
returning.
He's playing the
time, but-
nostalgia throwback City of Heroes, so go say hi. We're gonna hang out in there and give him.
He's
give him
got
some dirty
that
rollers love.
ASMR.
He's got the voice.
The ASMR.
The voice. All right, we're out of here though.
He's got the touch.
Thank you guys. Make sure you come hang out with me over at Rebels channel tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Appreciate all of
Woot
you.
woot.
Adios, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Love y'all.
Take care.
Farewell.